orí tẹni mọ́ wí ni àfàpá àdìbò tiẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ tọ́yẹ pé àwọn yẹn kan ní bá ń sọ àwọn èyí tó náà ń sọ yẹn yóò ti fọ́n jáde bí ìrèpè tátẹ́gùn fẹ́ síra tí ó ti máa ṣe wúruwúru so ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ bó ṣe kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ orí iná ló ń rí yẹn kò sí ìrí bákan gbogbo orúwa yìí náà tó fẹnu sátá tó bú wa wàá lò ní sẹ̀sìn wàá sẹ̀sìn àgbáyé wàá sẹ̀sìn awọ́rò gbogbo orúwa yìí náà nísìnyí báwo tẹ̀lé ta kámẹ́rà ká máa bú ọ àdìjẹ náà máa bú ọ màláíkà ó máa bú ọ àwọn àrùwá wo máa bú ọ àwọn àràwá ní àwọn máa bú ọ oṣó bú ọ àjẹ́ bú ọ ẹlẹ́bọ̀lógún ó bú ọ pàṣẹ ó bú ọ àfọ bú ọ wòlé ó bú ọ wọ́n yẹ̀yẹ́ rẹ ní òwe kí wọ́n bú ọ lásán o ti ọgbọ́n àti ọ̀yẹ́ kó bú ló ti bú ṣùgbọ́n sì wá máa yẹ̀yẹ́ nù o ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yẹ̀yẹ́ báyìí yẹ̀yẹ́ rẹ wọn ní déètì kan pígbà tí ẹ̀sìpáyàrì yọ ọmọ yẹ̀yẹ́ lọ náà ni ìyẹn báwọn so ẹ̀kẹ́jì náà ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ pẹ̀lú bákan náà irú bóyá òun ṣe wá bó ṣe bú àbá yẹn síta pẹ́ nìkan ló gbọ́ àbá tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ àbá yẹn yóò ti fọ́n jáde bí wẹ́jọ́ bẹ́lẹ̀ èmi ọ̀ wá mà kó tiẹ̀ mọ ọ̀rọ̀ kankan sọ láyé rẹ̀ bí mo ṣe ń wọ yẹn èpè ní àdébù kò sí kankan tó lè sọ ju kó sépè lọ kó sì bébù ọ̀mọ̀rọ̀ sọ gan gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn bá lọ́wọ́ sọ gan èpè náà ló padà já sí wọ́n á lọ fẹ́ advice yẹn èpè ní bọ́lọ́ fẹ́ gbá yẹn ní mọ̀nàká bọ́lọ́ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ká èpè náà ní ebú ní kò ọ̀mọ̀rọ̀ gidi kankan sọ nta yẹn mọ̀ nù ìyẹlẹ́pẹ̀ orí nẹ́ẹ̀tì ìyẹlẹ́pẹ̀ rí atẹ́gùn wọ́n lọ́mọ fọ́rẹ́ o gbé tó bu wa náà òní lọ lásán o òní lọ lálẹ́ ìfaragbá gbọ́ àná tó polongo àná síta òṣèlú ọ̀rẹ́jẹ́ káyọ̀ tó mọ̀ wá sí náà ni ọ̀rẹ́ káyọ̀ mọ̀ wá sí náà ni máa bu àǹso bó ṣe máa kàbùkù kí náà gbogbo yóò bá dé náà máa kàbùkù inshallah ìyẹn ẹgbẹ́ kan ṣẹ́wárí nípa etí olórí ẹbí sọ ọ́ sí pé lóòótọ́ ni ọkàn lè pẹ́ ọkàn lè yá pẹ̀lú wàhálà táwọn èèyàn ṣe pẹ̀lú justice yìí tí wọ́n ṣe wàhálà tí wọ́n dáwó àwọn kan bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n náwó wọ́n nára wọ́n ná wàhálà wọ́n ná ìsùn wọ́n ná ìmọ̀ lọ káàkiri ibi tí wọ́n sọ pé gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ host ni o àbáwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n wà pẹ̀lú yín àbí gbogbo àwọn àyẹ̀nà tá à ń tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn ni kò sí ẹni tí ó gbìyànjú ní ẹgbẹ́ yẹn host ni gbogbo ilẹ̀ try nípa ètò justice ẹ gbìyànjú gan kọ́dọ̀ náà gan mà pa gbìyànjú sáwọn èèyàn bú àwọn èèyàn bí sẹ́wọ́n á jẹ́ kí gbìyànjú yàn yọ òjò yọ náà irú ọ̀rọ̀ tó rẹ́ bí sọ́ọ̀sì pé ọkàn lè pẹ́ ọkàn lè yá o wọ́n máa jìyà o. ṣé wàá ní jìyà ibi tí kálukú fọkàn sí lérí ọ̀rọ̀ owó yẹn kálukú àbáyé bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yẹn ṣe tí pọ́blíkì fẹ́ ṣé ní pọ́blíkì wá dùn ni inú pọ́blíkì ò dùn o torí pé nítorí ẹ̀ka ẹ̀ fowó yẹn ṣe ẹ̀ fi ṣe ẹ̀ dabarú ẹ̀ máwọn èèyàn lójú bí yẹn bá dẹ̀ mọ́ dàrú wàláhì ọlọ́mọ tó bí yẹn bá mọ̀ fọ́nká ọlọ́mọ ṣàjọ yọ ṣàjọ báyìí tí ó fi tiẹ̀ kóra wọn fún kálukú tí kálukú rí báyìí ẹ wá wo adúró tí àwọn èèyàn gidi àwọn ọmọlúwàbí èèyàn àwọn aláàánú àwọn abiyamọ tí wọ́n dájọ́ tọrọkọ wọn tí kálukú dá kẹfì ṣe ẹ̀rí fi ṣe wá lọ́wọ́ níbí yín ó lè pẹ́ ó lè yá ọlọ́mọ àbí yín náà kò sí wá níbí yín gbogbo nǹkan ọlọ́mọ gbàgbé ọlọ́run yẹn gbàgbé ẹ̀san kì í sì bóyàn lẹ́san kì í tọ́ dá mi lójú ni pé kì í bóyàn lẹ́san ó lè má rúgbó mú jẹ́ o lóòótọ́ wọn máa sọ pé mo múra mo mú jẹ làpárò ń ké gẹ́gẹ́ bí òwe Yorùbá kì í ṣe bí eléyìí o ẹ múra o ẹ mú jẹ o torí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n fi ọkàn wọn sí ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run látara yìí pé àwọn olùjọ sísè táwọn bá sì gbèsè báyìí táwọn bá náwó báyìí wọ́n wá dàrú yẹn náà ẹ wá já wọn sí tàmá ẹ wá lọ́wọ́ níbí yín ẹ lè má rúgbọ́ ẹ mú jẹ nísìnyí o wàhálà ẹ mú jẹ ń tara yín ni ó wà nùkúlà ó horu ó wà nùkúlà tó ń horu torí pé bí kálukú fẹ̀mí sí kálukú ò bá yín bẹ̀ mọ́ ẹ já ọmọ Nàìjíríà ní tàmá ẹ náwó yẹn nàkúnà ẹ ṣèṣekúṣe ẹ pín mọ́wọ́ wàláhì Ọlọ́run bí wàláhì Ọlọ́run bí tó kọ́tẹ́kọ́tẹ́ ní láti sọnù Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run àdúró tiwa inshallah.
Amalox. Barak àbí kí ta lẹ́yìn náà.
Yes sir, yes sir. Akóńgbẹ náà sir. Yes sir. Well, nǹkan tó mi fẹ́ sọ ojú wípé mo wà ṣọ́ọ̀bì àjọsìsì ilé workout torí wọn mi kàn ti ń overpower everybody. Ó ti overpower lọ́tún lọ́sì kàn ṣe ló ṣe òun ni. Ẹni pé yẹ kó kákó sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì kó máa sunkún ni. Òun ló ń gbọ́ káàkiri ló ń ṣe afẹ́fẹ́ yẹrí. Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ń lò sínú fíìmù ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe gbáṣàwò. Ọmọ náà kò lójú tì o Gbé ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ fọkọ̀ mí ṣàṣe àwọn náà la máa fẹ́ àbí ṣáwọn Yorùbá ẹgbẹ́ wa náà ló máa fẹ́ àbí Yíbò àbí ó lágbára o. Ọmọ náà ó ti overpower everybody. But if you call this nípa àwọn ìjọba yìí rí kankan ṣe anything. The most important thing tó yẹ kó ṣe ni phone forensic tó yẹ tó sọ yẹn àwọn ló bá sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn wo ni ọba sọ̀rọ̀ ní tí gbogbo kìíní yẹn tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo kámẹ́rà ò wọ anything. But tó bá jẹ́ pé nǹkan míì ní sìn a máa sáré go into it. But eléyìí tó wà important táwọn èèyàn ti ń pariwo lé lórí for the past 3 years kò sábọ̀ ń bẹ̀ àárí àbọ̀ àárí kankan. Wùmí ó ń ṣe tó ṣe ń káàkiri ó lọ ó ń bọ̀ tó bá yá ń sà ẹ̀mọ́ gbọ́ pọ́n ló travel out. Owó yẹn ṣáà ni owó yẹn ló rànjú mọ́ gbogbo wọn. Èmi ò blame bàbá Mohbad o torí àwọn èèyàn ń bu lọ́tún lósì wọ́n ń sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ blame ẹ̀ àtọ́ torí kí ni òun ni ó mọ ibi tí bàtà ti ń ta òun lẹ́sẹ̀. Mo ò blame ẹ̀ mo ní parọ́ fún yín àwọn èèyàn kàn ń bu lọ́tún lósì ni òun gan ló yẹ kó máa gbèjà òun gangan ló yẹ kó máa gbèjà torí ìgbà tó yọ ọmọ ẹ̀ kú kò sí ńbẹ̀ but mọ̀ pé ó pẹ́ bóyá ojú àṣebi àrùn kò sí ní lọ́yẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe kó jẹ́ 20 years kó jẹ́ 30 years to this time ní ìjọba pa àṣírí ẹ̀ ṣì máa tú mo mọ̀ ẹ́ ṣá kò sí lọ́yẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe tó àwọn tó ti parọ́ fún àwọn tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ fún náà ló máa jáde wá bá wa pé nǹkan báyìí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nǹkan báyìí ló sọ nǹkan báyìí ni tọ́jà máa play voice recording everybody jẹ́ màá lanu ìgbà yẹn àwọn ọlọ́pàá máa wò bí àwọn fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ nígbà tó gbogbo kan ti bàjẹ́ tán ìgbà yẹn máa rí iṣan ọlọ́pàá tó le kókókó kọ́lọ́ ṣàánú wa ni ọ̀gbọ́n tí mo rí sọ nìyẹn o kọ́lọ́ gbàkóso lọ́rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad òun náà kó má sùn kó jí kó gbèjà ara ẹ̀ so ẹ ṣe sáà.
So good evening everybody. Yo, ẹ káàsán ma. Yo, ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ ma.
Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o. Ẹ ra màmá ni ó ṣe ẹ kú ètò mà.
Ẹjọ́ spíkà yẹn tó wà nù sítìrún mi ẹ bá mi gbé ẹjọ́. Yes. Okay, good evening. As you all know, I'm not supposed to.
Wumi is live on where?
No, I'm ọ̀rẹ́ ni òun náà ló rán wọn.
Ọ̀rẹ́ ó ti àní bàbá mi wá fún Liz Anjorin níṣẹ́ lè yà ó yá gbọ́ ẹ̀.
Ìyá mọ̀ pé àwọn òní lè ṣe. Àwọn lè ṣe. Àwọn group àwọn set ti fresh group lélẹ́yìí o. Ọkùnrin àwọn jọ.
Àwọn yẹn ti wà ní WhatsApp wọ́n tún wọn síta ni wọ́n ti rà wọlé.
Bàbá rí ẹ lọ wo picture gbogbo wọn bí olóṣó ni ẹ lọ wo wọn. Mo wo gbogbo wọn round ni. Gbogbo wọn pátá mo wò round. Kò sí tó jọmọ gidi nínú wọn. Gbogbo picture wọn bí kò dàbí olóṣó ni. Okay, so I was quick one because I need to do something. Yesterday, I was doing 1 or 2 things and this lady called me. My stand is still my stand. My take is still my take on what I've been saying. I'm still standing on it. And I won't turn back. So now, this lady called Queen Alaja that has been fighting for Prime Boy since, that has been fighting for spending. She called me yesterday. You know that girl that used to cry about, that used to shout back around. She called me. I didn't pick because I was on phone with some people. with not some people, with Mommy Yeti and co. And when she called, I was like, you know. Then I picked. No, I didn't pick. She said I should please call her. Everybody knows that girl, Queen Alaja. And I called her back. Now this is speaker. She was now begging me. Start doing the Joe. I was like, why are you begging? What's going on? Kilo Shelley. Who sent you? I'm not the person who did the money. I'm only speaking the fact and the truth. Okay. If there's no more to it, why can't we pay the hospital? Though I'm not supposed to talk about this again. For now, you know, I'm just watching. But I'm going to do this because I need to play a voice note.
Mariano.
Yeah, Queen Alaja. That she sent to
Yes, sir. Yeah, anytime I ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ mo change orúkọ ni. Ṣẹ́rí ọ̀rọ̀ kan fi tí kò bá sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ fi jófin woman yẹn ò ní jáwọ́ lórí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe. A gbọ́dọ̀ rí ẹni tó máa treat fọ́kọ̀ pẹ̀ more than this. Kó jáwọ́ lórí nínú gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Fine láti mọ̀ pé kò rí nǹkan blọ́ọ̀gì lé lórí mo ebi ń pa tí ò bá ti wá sórí social media kò jẹun pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀. So ọ̀nà tí ìyá ti mú ara ẹ̀ òun ló fẹ́ gí.
Ìsúnmi. Ahadi sínú àwọn conference ọjọ́ Friday. Ahadi mọ́ conference ní ọjọ́ Friday. Ṣé máa rí conference.
Ẹni. Mo gbọ́ yín dáadáa.
Ó yẹ ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ.
Làkàtà ọba mi sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ o.
Ṣẹ́rí
mẹ́sẹ̀jì yín.
ṣẹ́rí tí wọ́n bá tírìtì fọ́kọ̀ pẹ̀ tí ó bá rí bó ṣe ń lọ ó máa gbé ẹnu dákẹ́ because ṣé kó bá tèèyàn jẹ́ ni ẹ mọ bí tí ọmọbìnrin yìí tó ti fi rin ẹlòmíì dé tó jẹ́ pé ẹni yẹn ò lè padà wá sórí social media mọ́ wọ́n especially wọ́n fi mídíọ̀mù yìí pé Mọ́mì Adéṣídà tí màmá yẹn ò bá ní any impact wọn ò bá tẹ́kì pààtì lórí bó ṣe máa jẹ́ kí wúmà yìí kó jèrè iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ kí wọ́n gbé ti tẹ̀sìn ìdà sílẹ̀ kí wọ́n gbé tẹ̀sìn sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan kí wọ́n jẹ́wọ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá gidi tí wọ́n jẹ́ kí wọ́n jẹ́wọ́ ẹ̀fìn kò ní jáwọ́ nínú gbogbo rubbish. Secondly, Kọfí èmi kọ́ ni mo ti ń sọ from good source ní bàtẹ́jẹ́ wà lọ́jọ́ pọ́mọ Kòròdú làbà Kọfí ti gba owó lọ́wọ́ Múyìwá owó tí Kọfí gbà lọ́wọ́ Múyìwá òyìn tí ìṣe ààfù iṣẹ́ yẹn ó ṣẹ̀ ń bọ̀ ni ọlá pé kò sí anybody ò dọ́ọ̀lá rẹ̀ mọ́ òun ló jẹ́ kí ẹ máa wò ó pé bóyá Kọfí rọra ó ń ṣó ẹnu sọ̀rọ̀ ó dẹ̀ ń dọ́gbọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn bọ̀ torí pé àwọn ọ̀gá náà jáde pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ òun ni ò jẹ́ kó mọ níbo ló tún máa direct kìíní yẹn sí ó máa tẹ́ last ó dẹ̀ máa fi social media lẹ̀ fáwa the only thing tí mò ń promise Kọfí nìyẹn tí ó bá jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ mi tó ń caution mi nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ṣe lẹ́mìí mi kò dáa rárá tọ̀ àwọn ọmọ mi tó ń caution mi so tó bá jẹ́ wá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà a gbọ́dọ̀ rí nǹkan kan tó máa ká obìnrin yìí lọ́wọ́ kò sẹ́yìn àwọn kan yìí náà bá ti bàbá Mohbad yìí jẹ́ wọ́n bá ti bá yẹn jẹ́ débi pé sìnkú lọ́rẹ̀ lọ títí mú tí bàbá ò bá rí gùn rẹ̀ sí nothing is being done again bàbá yẹn ti gbẹ tán ó ti rú rírù yẹn ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ so what are we talking about ẹlẹ́fẹ́ ẹ̀ pè yàn wọ́n dá owó nǹkan tó dá ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí ẹ̀kọ́ owó ẹ̀sìn òun lẹ darí tó orúkọ ẹ̀ lẹ fi dá nǹkan tó bá wù kó lọ fowó yẹn ṣe ẹ sẹ́ndì owó ẹ̀ sí torí pé Kọfí wá yá owó yẹn ó yá nínú ẹ̀ ó ti wá rí ibi dá padà ṣé mo rí pé which talk ó yẹ kó ti jáde tipẹ́tipẹ́ kó wá ṣàkàtàbílítì nítorí pé Kọfí ò rí owó yẹn tètè dá padà nítorí ẹ̀ lọ́ ṣe dìlé ẹ̀ ọ̀tì ìgbà tó dìlé ẹ̀ yẹn òun ló fi sá síta ló ní pé kọ́mọ Nàìjíríà kó máa ràn òun lọ́wọ́ torí pé owó yẹn ó ń wá káàkiri pé kó complete kó má bàa ṣe ẹlẹ́yà orí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì bọ̀ kò sí kéèyàn máa wùwà kan lọ báyìí wọ́n máa rò pé bóyá everybody ti gbàgbé kò sẹ́ni tó gbàgbé àṣegbé òsì o àṣepamọ́ ló wà so therefore ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run orí tútù orí gbígbẹ àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké àwọn aláìṣẹ̀ tí Kọfí ti gbé kò ní jẹ́ kó rọ́nà àbáyọ bó ti wà ẹ́ ó máa ṣẹ̀ sí awọ́rò kúrò lórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ni lágbára Ọlọ́run tó bá sọ ọmọ mi tó ń stop mi mo fẹ́ máa bá fà á lọ ni ibi tó bá ti wọ̀ kájíjọ máa wọ̀ but èmi mọ̀ pé ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ó ju ti tèèyàn lọ then ẹ jẹ́ kó fi ojú ẹ̀ dán irin so whoever tó bá máa ṣe nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe yẹn ẹ jẹ́ kí ẹni tó lè outspoke dáadáa kó wà nínú àwọn tíìmù yẹn I volunteer myself I want to make her know pé see if you say you want to sue anybody sue na water for Nigeria àwọn ò ní sọ kọ́bọ̀ ìwọ tó gbé wa lọ police station ìwọ náà ló máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀lì wa kalẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ after all you don't even have power.
To me, this
à ń bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ
morning.
kí ló dé tó pọ́kú ẹ máa bọ̀ Nàìjíríà wá ṣàlàyé fún wa kí ló dé tó pa Gbénga àwọn ọmọ mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin tó bí àwọn bàbá wọn ìwọ lọ ń bèrè lọ́wọ́ èèyàn ṣó yẹ kó ní ẹnu láti lè máa lọ máa bèrè lọ́wọ́ òkú mi wípé òpọ̀kọ ẹ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀n ṣe kinní kan ó ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n tí ìgbẹ́ wá ń kí ẹ̀ so a gbọ́dọ̀ hámà kí obìnrin yìí kó lọ wábi jókòó sí nǹkan tí mo ní láti sọ for now nìyẹn olórí ẹbí ẹ ṣé gan.
nǹkan tó díjà lẹ̀ tó fi bá wa jà níbí báyìí òun náà ń bá tó yí pèpèrèpè náà jà nǹkan tó díjà lẹ̀ ni.
Me, I wish for is a proper accountability, which I don't think I've said too much or I've asked for too much, because I was involved when contributing it. If I wasn't, I'll just be looking. Kí gbọ́ ogun kan tí mo ti gbọ́ lénìí, mo ní máa wò ní. Ẹjọ́ àbí BJ ṣe ń wò. Kò jẹ́ pé kò rí kankan. She's seeing, but she's laughing behind. That's that about that. She started begging. I said no. No, say. Ani hospital na ni orúkọ ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ sanwó sí hospital yẹn. She said no. What if she's telling me? She was telling me that the lawyer will not agree. The lawyer in law telling Lina that in law that sometimes if they don't want to expose the place, if they don't want to do this or rambo lórí yẹn náà kò tí yà, wait for it. Ọmọ ní ká ní sùúrù ni, stage by stage ní gbogbo nǹkan, stage by stage. We're on this stage now. Accountability. I want to be playing on this accountability.
Yes.
So that tomorrow they won't say I won't come because my name will be mentioned. People who are one talk owó yẹn ọ̀nà jẹ́ni, owó yẹn ó fi ṣe nonsense, owó yẹn ó fi ṣe no. That's why I'm standing on my feet today. That okay, so that we can get a proper accountability. Let us give the hospital their money. Tó bá fẹ́ kó ènìyàn wá sọ fún mi pé nǹkan tó tiẹ̀ wá bẹ̀ ni pé wọn ò tiẹ̀ lè lọ mọ́ máa sẹ́ǹdẹ̀ wọn ò tiẹ̀ lè ná tó 13 million yẹn. Ó sọ fún mi bẹ́ẹ̀. Kí bá lè mọ̀ pé she's fully involved. These people, they know what they are doing. And two can play the game. That's why I want you to know. You're not smart. Kẹ́kùlé gbọ́ kó sọ fún tòkó ni àbí àlẹ́ ẹ̀ máa ń sọ. Ẹ kóra yín jọ, gbogbo yín náà ẹ máa para yín ni. Ẹ ń jẹra yín lẹ́sẹ̀ náà, a máa gbọ́ àní gbọ́ kíni. You never know, never see. Yes, she told me yesterday. everybody, 87, everybody was on phone. They heard her clearly. She said all that. Money, okay. Now, what are you insinuating? What are you saying? They should just give the money out and jeopardize it. She said, no, we pay lawyer is a professional. They will go and do it the way they want. The kid call, what fair keep my exposed. I want to move me. Lati be that yes. That's because the truth must be told. They have upper hand. And Baba does not really have. But Baba stand ground one. Fully on my balance. Baba shape and money bow. But it is what it is today. It's none of my business. I've done the little I can. But this morning, that's where I am standing. Every other thing is none of my business any longer. But for the fact that I was involved, my name will be mentioned. My name will still be ridiculed. Because of 30 million, they will still mention my name and abuse me. All of us that came out for the money. That's why I'm standing my ground. I think as I'm saying things, they are making me look like there's more to it. Because the Queen Alaja coming to me yesterday, acting like she does not talk to Baba, but unfortunately, she forgot herself. Emoti Robert Ipoju. About man rojoju. About man rojoju. Onimogba to masoto. She now said, Otis Motisofo, mo baba sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀ ibo, mo baba sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀, that was àná.
Ṣó ṣe show lánàá ni Tóyìn?
No, ó pè mí ní ìgbà tó pè mí yẹn ni.
Mo mọ̀, okay. So kò tí ì ṣe show, okay.
No, èmi yìí, ó sọ pé ó sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí, ipò sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ̀kọ́ fún èmi lẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ show.
All right.
Yeah. So, Mushani, well, my stand is still my stand. I can't shake. Whatever you feel is okay. Before you know it, only owó àwọn gan ìlò 30 million gan bẹ́ẹ̀ kó ń sọ fún bàbá gan máa pé bàbá òun tí kò sọ fún ọ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ kó fi ilẹ̀ ẹ ti yàn sáré nǹkan táwọn èèyàn sọ ẹ ti yàn sáré sọ pé kó fi ilẹ̀ kó tí ẹ tí ì pẹ́ rárá nǹkan tí mo gbọ́ ò tiẹ̀ tí ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń wùwà ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ. Ó ga o ilé ayé ṣá káṣá máa ṣe dáadáa. Ó ní lè o mi sìn pé o fẹ́ ṣe kinní kan máa wù ẹ́ dáadáa náà kí n tó lè ṣe anything náà. Dó orí wa ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run ló wà o. But don't take it for granted. I don't like it when you take me for granted. That's it. Ìgbà tó máa yá. Wọ́n tẹ lọ gbọ́wọ́ yẹn kí bàbá tẹ lọ gbọ́wọ́ ọmọ dáwọ́ yẹn máa kówó yẹn bá sọ bàbá kó fowó yẹn lẹ̀ wọ́n ní good luck to you. Ó ti sọ pé ẹ máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà. Wọ́n ti sọ pé ẹ máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà. Bí ẹni pé ọwọ́ ń lé kápẹ̀tì ẹ̀ fún ẹ wá ń sùn lórí ẹ̀ tó tọ́.
Showbiz law.
Ó ti sọ pé ẹ máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. I got
Showbiz law. Better.
From that Queen Alaja yesterday. So this morning, I'm going to play a voice note for you. She sent me a voice note and I responded back. I'll play the two for you. I'm coming. Hold on, please.
Onika hold on no.
So I'm back. I hope you all are recording. I'm sorry, I'm a blogger giving you me so I'm a blogger alabele. I'm a blogger with Tutunera. I'm talking about good bloggers. Please come close. come forward. She now sent me a voice note. And I responded well. And I blocked her ass off. I'm coming. And take care of the beauty there below. Mele Larain. Ito kinkini no iti ba fọwọ́ kan mu. Ọwọ́ kan báyìí tí bá fi mu. Ọwọ́ kan. Ọwọ́ ẹyọ kan. And please, quick one. Please, quick one. Disregard any mushroom bloggers. Disregard anybody posting anything about me. Disregard it. And please don't comment there for me. I love you all. I know you care about me and you like me. Please, please. Power back me, Joe. Power back me.
It's Sheyiman.
Come on, Sheyiman. At least money is sitting around with the year. Eshe, ma. Bottle water.
Yeah, ma, move.
So, as I was saying, let me continue with the voice notes I want to play. Are you ready to record it? Are you ready to record? Because I want you all to be clear. And your chair. Sherry, what have you? After this, I won't be talking. I just want to watch. They said to you, watch now. Let's watch. Until shall I?
Yeah, move on.
So, how are you doing? Hope we are good.
KG.
Tani, ó dá láti. Mi ìmọ̀ mọ́ bí mo ṣe wọlé ẹ má bínú gbogbo ilé ẹjọ́.
Jẹ́ ń ṣe tàtàtà lọ́wọ́ àbí. Light of God.
Doing so. Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
Kí ló kọ máa yìí tá a ṣe lánàá? Update ẹ̀ lẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ yìí látọ̀nù Daddy Freeze.
So, we're hopefully expecting a special guest today, and we're going to be talking about the Al Jazeera interview. We'll be throwing more light on it and getting some perspective. So, how are you guys doing? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? Been working out. everything. Perspective, like a glass of water. So how are you guys doing? Yes, sir. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube. Like I said, we're expecting a special guest today. Okay. How are you guys doing? Okay, so like I said earlier on, we're expecting a special guest. And skewed, fresh, sir. Someone said, well, especially now. Question, and one question only. What really happened with the Al Jazeera video interview?
Right. So, first of all, thank you for having me on your platform. Ordinarily, I kept quiet in the last few days because opinions have been expressed and heard, but there is a fact that is incorrectly pushed, portrayed, and has formed the basis for a lot of opinions on social media, which were not correct. Unfortunately, it was pushed by Al Jazeera. So I thought I should just set the record straight. Al Jazeera invited me for the interview. I went. We had the interview. The interview was conducted on the 11th of February, almost a month ago, because they said that's their practice, but it was uploaded on the 5th of March. Okay. Usually, they will air it on their network before they upload. And at the network time for the airing, I think is about 1 hour. So they don't usually air the full interview on the network, but that the full interview is always made available on YouTube online. Unfortunately, in our interview, it was not aired as was promised. And their excuse was that trending matters around Israel, Iran, and the US affected the airing. However, they went ahead and uploaded on YouTube, but I realized that they uploaded about 49 minutes of the interview. The interview was actually 1 hour, 19 minutes or thereabout. They edited out close to 20 minutes, and it is very important that the world asks them to publish the full video so they can see, including and why those things were edited out. That's the first one. The second one is, usually I've been in this media game for over 20 years, 23 or more. With the advent of technology, after interview, usually TV houses, they upload for the public on YouTube or any other platform for the viewership of the people. I have never come across any interview that was conducted after which the TV house or individual or host will go back, take the interview, doctor it.
I don't know. Ṣé ó ń tà láti sọ pé wọ́n edit fídíò yẹn ni àbí kò yé mi o?
Ẹ káàárọ̀, gbogbo mo kí yín o.
Ṣé wàá ṣe ìmà?
Yeah, Sherry, mo kí everybody o, wọ́n á fà lórí panelist látòrí Lagata all the way down to iye níkẹ́. Ọgbọ̀n àwọn tó wà ní comment section láti stem mo kí yín. Sherry, because that the
irọ́ ló tún fẹ́ fi debunk irọ́.
No, when can listen sí can our address is foolishness. Unfortunately, that the priest intentionally didn't challenge him. He intentionally did not challenge. I know why he didn't challenge him, which is okay. But listen to my, I mean, you lie so much. They now went to bring all your lies and merge it with your response. They didn't doctor your response, and you are saying the doctor. Does this guy understand the meaning of doctor? All they did was that, okay, this question we asked you, you said this, and you lied. In your previous 2 years ago, this was what you said. And you are saying, in some of them, oh my God, this guy was saying, I couldn't recall, I couldn't remember. If you cannot remember the things you said 2-3 years ago, that has to do with issues that are very important to nation, nation, what would I call it now? Nation growth. Then something is wrong. You should not even hold any public position at all. It's a shame. And let's just listen to this. I just want us to conclude on this so that, I mean, this guy can understand. I'm sure a lot of people are going to respond to this. It's just very annoying. I don't know what they think we are. I don't know what they think Nigerians are. As intelligent as we are, and people all over the world know how intelligent Nigerians are. Some people want to make us look like we are unintelligent. He's just trying to defend poor doctor. What does it mean by doctor?
Ó ti sún síwájú mò ń bọ̀.
Nation building, yeah. Issues that have to do with nation building, something as important as that. 2-3 years ago, he said you can't remember. It's a shame.
For the viewership of the people. I have never come across any interview that was conducted after which the TV house or individual or host will go back, take the interview, doctor it, import extraneous video that were never part of that interview, and publish it and tell the world that that is what happened. So this is what I mean by that. I have seen a lot of commentaries in the social media saying that in the interview, I was asked a question, I denied, and that Mehdi Hassan played my previous comment, and I kept denying. Unfortunately, that was not what transpired.
Damage control.
Questions were asked and answered. Those ones that I denied after the interview ended. Al Jazeera went and did a fresh production of 8-minute version of what they wanted to push. And in that fresh production, they now went back to research my previous comments. And what they did was they did cut and join. Where in the interview, I was asked a question, I answered. Since in that same interview, they did not play the past. So what they did now that the interview is over, they went and researched my past comment, picked it, and put it on that particular question and answer. And if you watch the 8-minute clip, it was like that on and on. I have asked a lot of media experts whether it is ethical or that's how media houses do. And this is what I'm told. When an interview is conducted, even though they have editorial control, but what they are not allowed is to ambush the person. Any question that was asked and answered, they publish exactly as it is. And if they wish to do a separate production where they will now import things that were never part of the interview, that they will send that to the guest, that this is what we are now adding to our interview to prove that you said this and that. What is your reaction? So that together, they will give it to the world. In my case, they never told me. And what they did was that they published this skewed, fresh production first on their platform without even telling the world that this is an edited version that we produced his previous comment and added to it for better viewership. No, they didn't say that. They said this is an episode of that interview, and for full in the interview, follow the link. Meaning, they portray to the public that in that interview I was asked, and when I answered, it was not favorable, They played my previous comment regarding the question that they asked, unethical and illegal. That is what all the media people that I asked, they told me. Unfortunately, I don't know why Al Jazeera did that. And secondly, I also demand that they publish the entire interview, because in the spirit of fairness and for people to form their opinion proper, they need to publish the full interview. That 49 minutes was not the full interview. But in fact, what people are forming the opinion on is not even the 49 minutes. They are forming the opinion on the widely circulated 8 minutes or thereabout of the clips, and they broke it down into 2, 3, an agenda. Whatever is the reason they decided to do that, honestly, I don't know. Because I checked through their history and record, they have never done that to any guest in the past 14 years. Only in my own case. There is a difference between a teaser and a fresh production. A teaser is a product of the interview itself. This, what they are publishing, what they published that went round, is not only the product of the interview, but it involves the importation of extraneous videos that were never part of the interview. And I see a lot of people, when they're giving the interview, they've been forming that opinion on the basis of that. And I now said, as you are stating that, there are many other issues that they will come up with time, because I don't believe it should come out and litigate. But at least the viewing public should know that what is being portrayed, that is not exactly what happened. One more thing. They said I was asked, and I was denying that I said some things against my principal, President Bola Tinubu. When the full production is released, you would see that for more than 8 to 15 minutes, wherein I was asked about the things I said about the president, I acknowledged those words. In fact, on one occasion, I even asked Mehdi, I said, this thing you said, when did I say it? He said, so period. Where was I then? He said, in the opposition. I asked him, what is the job of the opposition? He said, to oppose. I said, thank you for answering that. I went on and on and on and on. The later part of what he used that is circulated, where I was denying, some of the things were not in my recollection at the time. And some of them I deliberately did so because he did not quote me properly within that context. And if the quotation is not proper within the context, I will not accept them. For those ones that I said in the video, I own up to them, I acknowledge them. And I think for more than 1 year in Nigeria, that was litigated in the media houses, where I acknowledge that I said that, but I said it in my capacity as an opposition. If I'm not just opposition, the spokesman of the opposition. And that is what I was expected to do, nothing else. I was expected to demarcate the opposition. And I did that. And my principal, thankfully, right from the beginning, has said, those things do not matter. Go ahead and do the work that I ask you to do. Now, the agenda, because now I'm believing that there is an agenda that is pushed by Al Jazeera. Otherwise, I do not see the reason why you have to produce a separate clip and import the things that never happened in that interview and then tell the world it happened in that interview. I mean, it's a lie. And that's what I wanted to straighten. And that's why I said I should get the information across to you. As a matter of fact, the reason I called you, I told you, if you remember, I said in your analysis, I overheard you saying the annoying part is that he was asked the question, he denied, he was presented with the facts, and then he was asked again, he kept denying, he should have acknowledged. So then I now said, in that interview, I was never played any video of my past. It was after the interview, they went and did a separate production where they farm out these things on the internet and projected to the public as if that was what transpired on that day.
I want to ask you, so what steps are you going to take with Al Jazeera? Have you reached out to them? Are you having a conversation with them? If you say you were not properly represented, what steps are you going to take?
I told him that the behind the scene apologies for one or two misconstruction is not what I want. But whether it was ethical. If it was unethical, very wrong, then there is a demand on Al Jazeera to straighten that, because it has done uncalculable damage to my image. Even though as a person I've not moved by that. I mean, I have a thick skin and I know the description of that job. And selling ice cream and being nice is not part of what I'm called to. There is no incumbent government anywhere in the world that is necessarily popular. Because the way democracy is viewed, the civil public would always call their government to account. So there will never be a time where you'll be called a fine boy when your job is to represent your principal. If the masses watch the full video, they will account whether or not I defended every policy issue that he raised about the government or the progression. And I, quite frankly, I regretted going to that meeting because I thought, like the way they made it out to be, that they were going to discuss our government, the policy, and challenge us on that. Because that's what I'm appointed to do. That's the only thing I'm obligated to do. If you are going to ask about my person, I'm not obligated to answer you. So if I knew that is the only thing he was going to focus on, I would simply exercise my right and say, I don't have time for that. But he led me to believe. And when they apologized, they said that usually they used to tell their guests that they will also challenge your...
Do you have their apology in writing, recorded, any way or form?
It is not in my person to record any communication without the person knowing. We have written to them. And that the priest, I want to assure you, some of these things, it won't be long. You will see the out. If it doesn't end with them apologizing publicly, it will end in the court of law in England.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Now, I want to ask you one more question. What is it that you wanted to say that you felt that Al Jazeera didn't allow you say? Is there a way you can put everything together in 5 minutes in your own words? So we have a counter narrative to what was doctored. At least, we're live. I can't doctor this.
Yeah, sure. And to be honest, I am not really the type of person that run away from interview. That's why in my statement I say anywhere in the world before any person that will appear and defend the good. To defend this government is easy. I mean, President Bola Tinubu has achieved a lot. All I need, you ask me answer, but you don't want me to even answer it. Those who have observed that, I see a lot of senior media people who said he will ask you a question, but will not even allow you to answer because that was not of interest to him. So that is that to me is up to him, whether it's a pure journalism or it is his own style. I know those who are able to research about his history and the controversies associated with him. They say he does a lot of lying by omission. He does a lot of cherry picking of facts. He does quite a number of things. It's not my problem. I mean, when I'm before you, I should be able to call you to order if you're doing that. But I didn't know you're going to discuss my past. Otherwise, I will come with your past too. It's a debate. And it's all fair in war or in peace. But you said you're going to talk about the policy of the government. I came and you touched here and there, and then that wasn't what your interest was, and you went into other things. So as a man, I take it to the chin. I mean, I will not cry over the question I was asked. I answered the question I was asked. Those ones that I refused to answer, I didn't do that without intent. I knew it, and I knew why I did not answer, because I had answered them earlier, and he wanted to use that to just waste the time. Some of them were not, I couldn't recollect at the time, and some of them, they are not the total issue. Like, it's like there is a part you are saying that I said, but you've then added for the ones that I didn't say. Those ones that are in the video, I actually said it. I mean, it's there in the video. There's nothing to deny about that. And I made it clear that when I said it, I wasn't in APC. I was in PDP, and it was my business to say what I said there.
Okay. Free and fair. What do you think? I want you to talk about this government and the policies of this government and how they are affecting Nigerians and the plans this government has for Nigeria, in your own words.
When the president took the oath of office, there was no money in the government for him to run. In fact, even the handover that was done to him, there was nothing on ground. There was a legislation that was passed in June, ensuring that a month or so after his appointment, that the subsidy would be stopped. Even though if he didn't want the subsidy to stop, he could have brought a legislation to extend the time. And then also, the insecurity. Before Buhari left, people were killing people, even in Buhari here. In Abuja, those people who live in Abuja, in the daylight, they come and kidnap people. So the story of where we were at that time, I don't think it is new to people. So, and then on top of that, the president knew the pain, but he introduced the policy because that was the only option available to us. Now, after 1 year, getting to 2 years, all of the indices and statistics that were against us then have turned in our favor. If you look at the inflation number, how it has been dropping 111, even food inflation 1111. If you look at food prices of food items, you will see it over a period of time. Area of transportation, you have seen the effort of the government in introducing the CNG and some other measures. It is something that will take time before it will spread. In the area of education, for example, we've introduced the health fund, and over 1 million people have benefited from it, and it keeps going as long as we get revenue. You have seen how in revenue, the revolutionary progress we made in generation of revenue in Nigeria. For the first time, we are boasting of non-oil revenue to do infrastructure, to do a lot of things. If you look at in the area of security, which is what is confronting us the first 2 years of the president, insecurity wasn't the problem. But sometime last year, when this issue of Christian genocide came, we started seeing back-to-back insecurity situation, which nobody in this government is denying that there is a security situation. We are only telling the Nigerian people the effort we are making, and it's there for them to judge. This is a country of less than 350,000 soldiers, over 200 million population. The landmass of Nigeria is more than European countries, and we have ungoverned spaces in every part of Nigeria. The police system is little in number. But look at what the president has introduced, the forest guards now. Look at, he has told all the security platforms to begin to recruit more people. Take them to NISA camp, and there will be fresh recruitment. And we are taking those measures. Intelligence gathering. In this 21st century, you cannot win war without intelligence. And intelligence is not just human intelligence. There are tech intelligence in varied fields, surveillance and all of that. In Nigeria, for example, if the cost of doing a surveillance, if they tell you the cost of doing surveillance, for example, in one part of Nigeria.
Sorry, lost the network. I don't know if we're back.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. I just wanted to ask. You wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can I take that question again?
Yes, take it again. I just heard wholeheartedly.
You wholeheartedly. Because one of the statements I made in my video was politicians are always all over the place.
Right.
So I want to ask you, do you wholeheartedly believe that this government is the best government for Nigeria? Do you wholeheartedly believe that this government can solve Nigeria's problems? Do you believe that this government understands what the masses are going through?
Let me be very honest with you. This government and President Bola Tinubu, the activities that led to the emergence as the president is what has created those bigotry and hatred all over Nigeria. For the first time in our history in 2023, we had major candidates coming from three major ethnic groups in Nigeria. So it polarized the election system. We have not recovered as a country. There are some people, their hatred for this president is not because of what he's doing or what he's not doing. They just hold their opinion, you can't change it. So we know that fact. And we know also the reality of what people are suffering. President gave an order to cut down the cost of our government so he can focus on the people. I want to tell you with every degree of conviction, even if today, I am not, even if tomorrow morning I wake up and I'm not with Asiwaju, either sacked or I leave, I still will maintain that now Asiwaju has the best program for Nigeria. Now, those who say that his program are injurious, we have asked them to provide alternative. Let me be honest with you, that the priest, this opposition for the past 2 years have not defined what their objective is and their mission. They have not provided alternative. They said we reformed the energy sector, that there's a better way we could have done that. They have asked them for 2 years now. 2 years, they have not answered. They said we plunged people into poverty because of the harsh program we did. We asked them, okay, how could you have, or would you have done? They have not been able to say. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu going to the election is the most experienced person in the... Atiku Abubakar is somebody I respected, right? In his campaign during that time, I said he was the best candidate because he had the experience of a vice president, and I said Asiwaju was not better than him because Asiwaju's highest experience was governorship. Now the what is it they say that has flipped? He has the experience of a sitting president, and Atiku doesn't have the experience of sitting president. Peter Obi doesn't have the experience or even a vice president. His highest experience is that of a governor. So who else again in the sphere? But even look at where they are now. They have not been able to even register members. Let's be honest, there is no opposition going to 2027. They will just look for crises. They will look for all manner of things. They are happy with 1 week of my issue, hoping that with that they are going to serenade themselves with a feeling of lullaby. But they will still wake up after this drama is ended and face one reality. Have they been able to come up with a proper agenda that is better than President Bola Tinubu? So yes, President Bola Tinubu is the best option, not because I'm working for him. Remember, after I visited him in January and close to 1 year before my appointment, I was all over defending his. Morning I told, leave that seat. I am telling you that the freeze, unless somebody else emerge in our political climate, if it is the same human individual that I know right now, all looking for presidency, there is nobody that is going to be better than Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I'm being honest.
Okay, you mentioned Peter Obi and you said he doesn't have the experience of even a vice president. Can that be counterproductive or counterintuitive for him? Or do you think sometimes fresh ideas may help, in your opinion?
Yes. Yeah, there are instances where, for example, an outsider who has never had experience in public service can come and change if he is a better leader with better leadership skill and he has a proper vision for the country. Yes, because if you see Donald Trump, when he became president, he was an outsider. Himself didn't even think he was going to win. He wanted to do a campaign, boost popularity, and improve his business. And his rhetoric sort of, rhyme with the frustration of the American people. And they went on his direction. All over the world, you have seen people who are outsider. I mean, real outsider, they come and they're able to reform. But they didn't just appear like a clap of thunder out of the blue sky. You hear their words, you see their conduct, and you say, this one gets vision. Peter Obi does not have that. And let me be honest with you. Peter Obi right now, I'm not being critical. Peter Obi right now cannot boast of two people in his political trajectory that they will say, this is Peter Obi's protege, he raised the person. Let us even start from his Anambra. If you look at his campaign, did you see anybody that is part of his political evolution around him? So he doesn't even have what we call interpersonal human relations to be able to say you will gather people and then push them for the vision. Now, even the vision, what has he been talking about in 2023? He was just calling Malaysia. He has appeared on platforms where he was asking questions. In fact, his obedient people, they are criticizing me for appearing before the best debater in Nigeria. Peter Obi appeared before Zenasha, my sister Zenasha, in CNN. That lady was asking him questions like, you are feeding a baby with feeding bottle. He couldn't even answer. He couldn't answer anything. If you take Peter Obi to me, the answer now, he will come out probably on wheelchair. Because he doesn't have a coordinated vision for Nigeria. And I'm being honest with you. So what Peter Obi is banging on, I'm a Christian and I'm a pastor, I will tell you what. When Peter was because at that time APC came up with Christian ticket and there was fear all over Nigeria coming from Buhari's administration where there were insecurity. So people felt Muslim ticket was going to be a problem for the Christian. So the sentiment of the Christian community was what he fed on. He was going to the program of Pastor Poju Oyemade. He went to my church winners. He was going all over the place, whipping religious sentiment. That was what gave him the numbers in 2023. I tell you that the priest, with the greatest respect, those pastors that supported him, I know a couple of bishops that told me that they are not with him. He doesn't have a clear path. He doesn't have a vision. Then in terms of the quality of what you want to produce for Nigeria, when Peter Obi goes to any place to do a borehole, what kind of borehole? 8 Mondays borehole. When Peter go to his organization and see the people he has recruited as staff, is he paying them? You are as far as your vision can go. So even if you are an outsider, you have never been a vice president. At least we should be able to see leadership skill, quality, and clear vision. When you are saying this is what I will do, they ask him what will you do dealing with insecurity. He told the arrest people, I will not talk, I will keep it because I don't want the enemy to take advantage. Oh, so you will just come like that, like are you a witch? You don't have to talk to the details.
Let's also talk about Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. You worked for him, and at one point you believed in his policies. In 2027, and what do you think Asiwaju's strong points are over Alhaji Atiku Abubakar?
So in 2023, when I campaigned for Atiku, I was of the opinion that Atiku, as someone from the private sector, was more better suited to galvanize the private sector to push Nigeria. Because when he was under Obasanjo, the little time he was given that opportunity, he was able to put the private sector together. But there was one thing that Asiwaju, anybody who has seen Asiwaju now as a president, conducting the affairs of this government, will now say that quality he has is most superior to that in galvanizing Nigerian private sector. Look at the way investment have been coming into this country. And look at the way businesses have tried, domestic, indigenous businesses that have tried, because of that visionary skill of Asiwaju. But let me tell you the greatest strength. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu came with the mindset of Abraham Lincoln. There's a book you say, Lincoln on Leadership, executive summary for tough times. How to, what is that word? How to draw a national consensus in pushing the country. When Asiwaju came on board, his own party and governing people were fighting him for collaborating with the opposition, for meeting people who are not in the government. Look at today, that leadership skill. We have taken 98% of the governors in Nigeria. Nobody came under coercion. In fact, let me even tell you, there was a time some of the governors, we were not even in a rush to take them. We were just saying, wait. Now, that kind of skill, I have not seen it in Atiku. So there is no, if you are going to judge me, you judge me on what is on ground. A man to come, and then before you know, 95% of the governors are on his side. From the opposition, leadership should be drawn by followership, because your leadership is defined by your followership. Now, if you're a leader and everybody decided to, there has to be a reason now. So that's two. The third one, and the most important one, Asiwaju has endured the toughest attack in this country without replying and without attacking people back. That is the surprising part. I have been in this country long enough to see government, how they use the EFCC to hunt enemies. Asiwaju is not that type. In fact, it got to a point where the opposition now started breaking the law by their own words. Like there was a politician recently who said, I tapped the voice of the National Security Advisor. To Asiwaju at that point say, I would go and defend him. He is facing the law on his own making. Like, for example, people say, but has been criticized for what he said. It's just for our making, so I don't hold it against people. I will never feel bad that anybody. In fact, most of the people who watched the full video have come back to me and said, you didn't even do bad, though. It's just that we didn't watch the video. People could always have their opinion. So Asiwaju has been able to demonstrate that over and above Atiku. But there is one last thing. Atiku Abubakar is a good man, right? And I work with him. He gave me the highest respect that one could desire. Don't forget that I was not with him. I just left APC and he sought for me. The honor to look for you and say, come and work. Like these obedient people are abusing me. Their Oga has been looking for me to work for him. Even recently, have they not approached me? Meanwhile,
are you trying to say that Peter Obi approached you to work for him?
In 2023, Peter Obi asked Obasanjo. Obasanjo called me. I was in London. And President Obasanjo, I have to accord respect. President Obasanjo was in Hilton together with Lati. Peter Obi and two other stakeholders. Papa Obasanjo called me. I picked the call. I didn't know who it was. So while he was talking, I said, who is that? He said, my name is President Obasanjo. I said, oh, Daddy, sorry. He said, I'm calling you to come and join me in building a team. At that time, Baba Obasanjo was denying that he was behind Peter Obi's agenda. Peter Obi approached me to work for him, and I refused. Ambassador Omuche also was the person who was sent to begin the prep. And the day they called me, it was that man's phone that they used. So Peter Obi has sought for me. And now they are attacking. In fact, at that time, they thought I was going to go to Peter Obi because when you live on the ground of Muslim ticket, PDP at that time, the candidate was a Muslim, so they thought naturally this guy is a bigot, he will go to a Christian candidate. And when I didn't go, then obedient people started abusing me. And those ones I don't even react to them because there are a number of them have mental health issues. I can understand. Some of them work abroad and things have not been nice even abroad. So this is a therapeutic moment. Some of the things they do, go to the website of Kenya, South Africa and see how people engage. They don't engage that way we engage in Africa. Look at the people Peter Obi work with. Let Toyin Okupe. See how they treated him. Even Kenneth Okonkwo, who was Peter Obi's spokesman, didn't he leave him? Did that his vice presidential candidate? Are they on the same party? All the people around him, I know them. The people that even formed the concept of obedience are my friends. They are in England. I know how many times. Do you know this fellow? One, his name is Daniel, but they have Genje TV, and then the other one was his name, Mazi. Emezuke, Daniel and Emezuke. These are the guys that formed the obedient movement. They told me this. But those guys are more cerebral, no, not this social media. That enter into that presidential race with very bad rhetoric that divided Nigeria, and we will never recover from that.
How do you mean?
He came in with a religious agenda, right? He was telling everybody, take back your country. He goes to Catholic Church, he goes everywhere, take back your country. Where is the country? Was the country at the time? In whose hand? And then you see bishops, some of our bishops and our bishops, the way they prophesy on the altar. Some of them were proved wrong and they kept quiet after election. God told me, Peter Obi will get, God told me. And God doesn't work like that. He doesn't work with Cyrus. If God wants to have his way, whoever is on the throne, it doesn't matter to him. His will prevail. But the idea that Peter Obi saying the country is this because of religious something, it created that dichotomy across religious line. Now the ethnic one is even more. They won Lagos and they made the whole thing about Yoruba and Igbo. You should know that if you have been around in the election. He won Lagos and he made it about tribal thing. The people who package Peter Obi and Yoruba is not even grateful. To tell you the honesty of the Yoruba people. Baba Obasanjo is behind it. Then you see them doing Okupe. All of these guys, Yoruba guys package him. Even the pastors that supported him are Yoruba pastors. Because in Nigeria, Yoruba pastors have the highest number of churches. Instead of him to just write on unity, he now turned it about religion, then later break it down about tribe. That's why they started losing people in the obedient every now and then. Now what they are left with is hatred, hatred and bitterness. That is all they're left with, and that's what we're entering into this election with. They will say they even want Nigeria to be taken over by military. I mean, people who say that they're democratic people in their head. Peter Obi will never come out and acknowledge something that government has done. He would rather want to feed off of the negative narrative. He leaves Nigeria, he demarcates Nigeria. He comes to Nigeria, he works like that. It's bad. I would rather take bullets for my country outside than for me to give up my country because I'm trying to please a white man. Because after all is said and done, this is the only country that we have.
Okay, Mr. Daniel Bwala, thank you so much for coming and thank you so much for sharing your side of the story. The platform is a platform for fairness, and if anybody disagrees with Mr. Bwala, you can send me a message from any of the opposition parties, from the Labour Party, the PDP, if you think...
irọ́ náà pamọ́ Peter Obi yẹn o Peter Obi ò ṣe tribal kìíní kankan o wọ́n rò pé nítorí pé ó wìn ní Lagos yẹn náà fi báyìí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn jẹ́ o nko ìmọ̀lẹ́ gbọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ rí àwọn APC gangan náà ṣe stripe náà ní àwọn kan Yíbò àwọn kan Yorùbá àwọn APC gangan àwọn náà ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n ń sọ yìí o gbogbo wa la wo ìbò yẹn live torí ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe pé wọ́n ní transmission ìbò yẹn live mọ́ torí ìbò Peter Obi ni torí Peter Obi ó ṣèkì wọn báyìí irọ́ náà pamọ́ o ṣèyí mọ́ yẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹjọ́.
Actually, I don't want to talk about all these politicians, Peter Obi, because I have my own reservation for him too, because the way he is jumping around party to party really speaks to.
Sheyman, are you there? Mommy bó ṣe ríṣẹ́ wa.
Yes, sir. Ẹ kú ètò, sir. Ẹ kú àtàárọ̀. Ẹ ṣé, sir.
Ẹ bá dáná ma. A kò gbẹ ma o.
Sorry o, okay, sir.
Bàbá ìfúnnáṣẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi báyìí.
Ẹ ra ma. Yes ma. Ẹ ma.
Tẹ́tí ń gbọ́ mi. Mommy bó ṣe ríṣẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi. Ṣé anybody ń gbọ́ mi?
À ń gbọ́ yín báyìí, à ń gbọ́ yín báyìí. Ṣé ma ń gbọ́ yín?
Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ ní abẹ́fẹ́ kí mommy bó ṣe kó wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀?
Continue, Sheyman.
Okay, so what I was saying is that let's talk about this Daniel Bwala guy. Number one, Daniel Bwala, Al Jazeera they never expected those kind of blatant lie that the way you were lying. So they didn't have all those your record, Andy. So when you left, because they've never seen anything like that before. And that's the truth. They've never experienced anything like this lack of integrity, lack of principle, and a shameless kind of and show like that before. So because of how much you lied and deny a lot of things that you said 2-3 years ago. Number one, I want to say I watched the entire interview. So you telling us to go and watch the entire interview that we'll see and all that, there's nothing different. These people did not lie at all. What they did was that they cut all the questions, practically all your questions that you lied, about 5 or more than 6 of them, and now went to all your previous interview and attached and play back what you said 2-3 years ago. That's what they did. So I don't understand. Maybe you don't know the meaning of when something is doctored. That was not doctored. All they did was to go and take what you have said 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and they put it together.
Àti kan tó ń sọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, ìwọ ló sọ tẹ́lẹ̀, ìwọ ló sọ ní ìsìn, wọ́n wá compare, wọ́n gbé síra wọn, ó dẹ̀ ni wọ́n doctor ẹ̀, ẹ̀dẹ̀ lẹ́ kàwé. Sheyman. Sheyman ṣe busy ni.
Gbọ́ mi báyìí sí.
Gbọ́ ní àṣẹ ń gbọ́ ni èwo ni ṣe ń gbé kọ́ ẹ̀ tó yá kẹ́dá kọ̀lù yín lóhùn náà.
No, mi ò gbé kọ́. So I just want you to understand that that was not doctored. And you were saying that at that time of the interview, you couldn't recollect some of the things that you said. Like I said in the beginning, if you, as a government official, and you have gone to represent a government of a nation, and all you are expected to say the truth and be able to tell the world what your government have done, and you too. Of course, your personality will be discussed. There's nothing wrong about that. So if you say you cannot remember things that you said 2-3 years ago, like seriously, I don't know what you are doing in that position. Because if things as important as the things that you said, those are the things that should be in your brain, that should ring in your brain all the time. Yes, I said it. You couldn't own up. Now you said they went and doctored. All because they went to now dig your lies, all the things that you said and they bring them. Yes.
Nínú nǹkan tá a play tán yìí, ó sọ nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ náà pẹ̀lú APC àti PDP tó ní ìgbà yẹn tóun sọ òun wà nínú nǹkan tó yẹ kó sọ fún àwọn àjàsára nìyẹn wípé ìgbà tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn o mo wà pẹ̀lú PDP bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yìí I'm working for APC kò ní fagùn bó ṣe fà á yìí rárá ó wá tún mú irọ́ ó fi wá ń debunk irọ́ again.
Damage control níṣẹ́ rí ó níbi kan ẹ bá wo fún fídíò yẹn ó níbi kan tó ń pé ó ní when did I say that when I never said that well, I mean it was so embarrassment. This guy was asking, he didn't even say no I can't remember. He said when did I say that when I never said that. Ó wà tẹ́ bá lọ fún fídíò tó ń sọ yẹn gangan it's very embarrassing than even what the 8 minutes video that Al Jazeera now did to showcase all his lies. So I mean, it just shows that these people, this kind of people, no matter what you do, I mean, to them is nothing. To him, he has not done anything wrong. So how do you want this kind of person to lead, to be in this kind of position that he has been placed? What do you expect from him? Nothing. Because for the fact that you cannot even acknowledge that you make a mistake, is a big deal for a leader or somebody in leadership. I mean, Lati, it's not because you are here. Look at what happened the other day. Lori what do you call Kilo Komai? Mr. Kinito Mawasi by Lati Lati. Lati Mr. Kinitani and all that. What's his name? I forgot. Expander. I mean, we all have to circle back and say, okay, I did this, that's how you know a leader. I mean, this man could not even acknowledge. Even with a mistake. It's a big deal. It tells you that they don't care who is affected, they don't care what is going to be affected. I can guarantee you, in 1 year, if it goes to Atiku, he's going to be abusing Tinubu again. All these things that he's saying that is the best policy, is this, is that. Trust me, he will say worse things about President Tinubu. I can assure you that. And let me just give Mboshere to also say our own view. I have a lot to say about this man, about this thing that this guy has demonstrated. And the most annoying thing is that as a leader, as somebody in leadership position, you cannot even still acknowledge that you made a mistake. It's a shame. Thank you, Latisne.
Mommy bó ṣe ló yẹ sọ̀rọ̀ mà.
Ẹ ṣe olórí ẹbí ẹ kú àtàrọ̀ sá. Ṣèyí máa ti sọ̀rọ̀ gan-an inú mi dẹ̀ dùn and láti àná láti ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ṣẹ̀rí olórí ẹbí ẹ mention kankan and that òun ló cap gbogbo nǹkan tí à ń sọ. À ń tẹ̀sọ́ ni pé ó wá ṣe damage control kò dẹ̀ tún wá ṣe dáadáa. Olórí ẹbí ṣẹ́rí mo fẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn tó bá ń gbọ́ wa kán tún lọ àwọn tó bá ní orí ọ̀fẹ́ tó ní time mo fẹ́ kán tún lọ tún interview yẹn wò lórí YouTube 49 minutes and some seconds ní interview yẹn full interview. Number 1 ni pé Bawala ó allege journalist yẹn wípé wọn ò jẹ́ kóun mọ nǹkan tó ń fẹ́ interview òun lé lórí. Number 2 ni pé ẹ lọ wo interview yẹn olórí ẹbí lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí máàyí ti ṣe opening statement tó introduce ẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ bí láwọn question kan ìgbà tó máa kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ genocide ló fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ and genocide arise as because insecurity arise as a result of pé nǹkan tó ń lọ ní Nàìjíríà bí wọ́n ṣe ń pa àwọn èèyàn àwọn bandit àwọn terrorists ó dẹ̀ sọ wípé why tí wọ́n fi allow kí bàbá America president America pé kan wá bọ́ǹbù Nàìjíríà and kí ló fà á níjọ́ Christmas Day ó sọ fún. Thirdly, kìdẹ́ ṣe yẹn nìkan ló dúró lórí olórí ẹbí. Àwọn question tó ń bí léèrè was a follow up tó bá bí lé alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ yẹn ló ń determine pé kó lọ sí second question. Then lẹ́yìn tó ti bí láwọn series of questions maybe in the first 15 minutes of that interview àwọn lára àwọn panelists tó wà nínú àwọn audience tó wà lórí interview room yẹn ó bi àwọn èèyàn léèrè ó bi journalist ó bi UK chairman of APC ní question ó bi one woman náà léèrè olórí ẹbí kì í ṣe this Azan Mehdi Azan yìí Al Jazeera journalist yìí kì í ṣòun nìkan ló question Bawala. One of the area tẹ́bá even ẹni tó jẹ́ UK chairman APC ìgbà tí yẹn bí léèrè pé okay àwọn insecurity tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí kí ni rate nǹkan tó lè fún ẹ lọ wo diplomacy tí onítọ̀hún yẹn Dorothy ní orúkọ máa yẹn ẹ lọ wo bí ó ṣe answer question yẹn òun jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé okay o yes insecurity wà but kì í ṣe orí ìjọba yìí ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gbé ìgbésẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀. The other woman tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ máa yẹn Dorothy yẹn òun ló dé fìlà dúdú design tí president máa ń lò òun ló wà lórí ẹ̀. Ẹni tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tó jẹ́ obìnrin ìgbà tí ó bi woman yẹn léèrè question woman yẹn dá Al Jazeera journalist Mehdi Azan ó ń dá lóhùn ìgbà tí ẹ bi léèrè question òun béèrè question lọ́wọ́ woman yẹn wá darí response yẹn pé kí Bawala kó máa gbọ́ pé báwo ni ẹ ṣe fẹ́ fight insecurity nígbà tí ẹ ní diplomatic mission kankan presence ní àwọn area kan àwọn western or African countries tó súnmọ́ yín tó dẹ̀ pé part of àwọn countries yìí wọ́n sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ń carry out insecurity ní Nàìjíríà. To tell this man that tó bá rántí ẹni tó mọ̀rọ̀ sọ kó rántí ẹni tó mọ̀ gbọ́. We all are not fools. And the fact of the matter is that olórí Sherry ní àwọn media organization tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ that they can call it as it is. Àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan ni wọ́n lè máa try. But the truth of the matter is that nítorí wípé kò sí freedom of speech bí a ṣe ń rí ní àwọn other countries kò sí media independence because gbogbo àwọn media organization yìí tẹ́ bá lọ wò wọ́n dáadáa wọ́n ní affiliation pẹ̀lú àwọn ìjọba tó bá wà ńbẹ̀ wọ́n ní media affiliation bẹ́ẹ̀ and there is what we call media policy and media objective. So any media organization wọ́n ní policy wọ́n dẹ̀ ní objective wọn based on ìjọba tó bá ti wà ńbẹ̀. So some of our media organization because wọn fún wọn ní that total independence pé tó bá rí news bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kàn ṣe sọ wọ́n censor ẹ̀ because some of àwọn tó ní media organization yẹn they are part of the government. So ẹ rí pé àwọn gbólóhùn kan pè wọ́n ṣe ní their news coverage some of them might tilt towards the government some of them might tilt against the government and ìlú tábà kò dẹ̀ sí ìlú tí ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ even in the Western world. But the truth of the matter is that gbogbo àwọn question tó bi Bawala léèrè are they not relevant question? That is what he should answer. Òun sọ pé nǹkan tó bi ẹ́ léèrè kan ní nǹkan tó pè wá fún pé you want to discuss about the policy of Nigeria. Is insecurity one of the policy of Nigeria? Of the government of the day? Yes, a lè sọ pé I agree. Kì í ṣe èmi ni ọ̀rọ̀ insecurity ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ kọ́ lọ gbogbo tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo sọ lánàá insecurity ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti ń gbé àwọn èèyàn pa wọ́n ti ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi in the 90s even sometimes in the 80s but kò wá so peculiar in the late 80s around 1997 sí 1998 olórí ẹbí ìgbà tí wàhálà máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ it started gradually from Kaduna. kì í ṣe pé ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ but what we are saying is that ìjọba tó bá wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ìlú bá da ìjọba tó bá wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa gba glory tí ìlú ò bá da ìjọba tó bá wà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà òun ló máa take responsibility and ṣe rí pé kó máa transfer blame kó máa shift blame pé kíní kan òun ni mo fi sọ lánàá lórí ẹbí nàìjíríà ibi tí nàìjíríà délé ní gbogbo àwọn ìjọba tá à ń ní kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé ìgbà táwọn aráàlú ń pariwo pé ìyà ń jẹ àwọn insecurity ń wà kí làwọn ìjọba yìí ṣe ìgbésẹ̀ wo náà gbé débi pé ìjọba tó ń bọ̀ ibi táwọn ṣe dé níjọba yẹn ti máa continue ṣé wọn eradicate ẹ ni and ọ̀rọ̀ insecurity kò sí nǹkan tí ò so mọ́ and this man has the audacity láti máa sọ pé nǹkan tí àwọn aráàlú fẹ́ gbọ́ èyí tó interest wọn èyí tí jẹ́ journalist fẹ́ kọ́ gbọ́ òun là ń gbọ́. How on earth we are not fools even àwọn tí wọn kàwé tó bá àwọn tí wọn kàwé ta fún òpó bóyá pé they are not educated olórí ẹbí tó bá translate interview yẹn fún wọn ní Yorùbá ṣé wọn ò ní lo common sense wọn ni wọn ò ní lè sọ pé báwọn ṣe rí ni gbogbo àwọn tó wà nínú rúùmù tó ti ń ṣe interview yẹn kì í ṣe pé bóyá pé gbogbo wọn ibi ìbàdàn náà base sí they are based in UK kì í dẹ́ ń ṣe journalist yẹn nìkan ló ń interview Bawala they are asking question and they are answering question o wá ń dodge question òun fi rán o tún fi ń wérọ́ ó sọ̀rọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ ní 2021 kó tó di pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tó fi against wọn tó fi wà anti-government nígbà yẹn kí ló rí nísìn tó fi wá support wọn olórí ẹbí if I were this man kò sí ẹni tí ò dá lánàá ó lè dá lénìí gbogbo wa la níbi tá a kù sí but what we are saying is that when you make mistake you should own up to it expectation àwọn tó ń listen sí ẹni pé we are not fools o ti bújọba yìí o ti against wọn the same thing náà ni Rino Omokri most of them wọn tó jẹ́ pé ńgbà tí wọn báyìí tí parapọ̀ mọ́jọba tó rule at that present moment wọ́n become wọ́n máa anti-government yẹn wọ́n máa against it but the moment tó bá ti fún wọn ní position tó ti fún wọn ní political appointment nínú ìjọba yẹn gbogbo nǹkan tó rí tí ò dá yẹn wọ́n wá máa dìdá ìpá wọn ò sọ àbí kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ and this is what is affecting Nigeria and this is corruption olórí ẹbí kì í ṣe pé ká kó owó jẹ in physical cash òun nìkan ni corruption no when you mismanage policies it's part of corruption gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń gbọ́ kò sókò nínú wa náà àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n lè determine between good and bad wọ́n bí ẹ léèrè àwọn simple question just yesterday olórí ẹbí ni Gumi náà sọ pé ó jáde wípé Gumi sọ wípé àwọn ìjọba wa wọ́n mú àwọn tó ń pa àwọn terrorist yìí wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ ibi tó wà ó sọ débi pé àwọn kò sígbà tó ń fẹ́ lọ tí àwọn emir àwọn ibi tí àwọn kìnnì yìí wà tí òun ò lọ bá wọn báwọn dẹ̀ ṣe lọ ń settle wọn ó ń sọ pé àwọn tó wà níjọba they know their names they know their location ó wà nínú news ó wà lórí YouTube olórí ẹbí so this what nǹkan tí Bawala ṣe is very disgraceful nǹkan tí àwọn aráàlú expect ni pé yes nǹkan ti bàjẹ́ kí lẹ ṣe fẹ́ tún ṣe yes ó sọ kínní yìí nígbà yẹn ó lè sọ fún wa pé yes ìgbà tó sọ nǹkan tó rí ló sọ but pé kí ìlú lè dá ló fi lọ darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn pé tó bá kàn sọ pé tó bá bú wọn àbí tó ń against wọn but ó feel pé dídarapọ̀ wọ́n fún ẹ ní offer pé okay political appointment pé ìwọ tó ń bú wa nígbà yẹn nǹkan tó ń bú wa fún ṣé o ní ọgbọ́n ṣé o ní idea bá ṣe lè túnṣe àwọn nǹkan tó ń àlẹ́jì wa fún ó ti wá darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn nìyẹn wàá wá sọ pé torí pé nǹkan tó fi darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn nìyẹn pé lóòótọ́ o point out gbogbo mistake gbogbo àìṣedédé but n tó fi darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn nìyẹn pé tó bá wà ń ta tó kàn call wọn out kò dàbí pé kí ìwọ náà darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn pé ìwọ náà you want to give back in the area of service in the area of pé okay ìjọba yìí nǹkan tí mo rí pa ṣe lè ṣe ni àwọn research tí mo ṣe lélẹ́yìí àwọn area yìí security nǹkan báyìí ìgbésẹ̀ báyìí mo fún ìpalẹ̀ gbé but wípé kò wá dì sóònù gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ we are not fools ẹni tí ò kàwé ó ka ọgbọ́n orí olórí ẹbí kò sí ibi tí ọ̀rọ̀ security kò sí nǹkan tí ò so mọ́ and tẹ́bárántí kì í ṣe èní kì í ṣàná láti ń sọ̀rọ̀ insecurity lórí platform yìí olórí ẹbí and we keep saying pé yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo àwọn security tá à ń tọ̀ yìí olórí ẹbí one aspect la ṣe ń wò which is physical pé wọ́n gbèyàn pa wọ́n jíyàn gbé wọ́n ṣe gbá wọ́n gba ransom olórí ẹbí we have not talked about other aspects of insecurity. àwọn nǹkan tẹ̀mí expect pé kí bá wàhálà kó jáde kó sọ nìyẹn wọ́n wá ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn àwọn blogger mi wá gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé ok ó sọ pé ó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fídíò tó fi sọ lélẹ̀ chat tó fi sọ lélẹ̀ ìgbà tó sọ pé orúkọ ẹ sábẹ́ pé spokesperson president nǹkan tó sọ ni ó wá jáde ó ní wọ́n twist ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ where is that done and it is because kò sí total freedom of speech because táwọn èèyàn bá ti sọ táwọn èèyàn bá rí nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ express ara wọn wọ́n máa lọ intimidate wọn there will be retribution tẹ́ bá wà níbi iṣẹ́ tí ẹnìkan bá dúró lórí òótọ́ táwọn mẹ́ta bá yìn kí ẹsẹ̀ báwo lẹ́nìkan yẹn ṣe fẹ́ dúró láàrin àwọn mẹ́ta this is what we are saying ṣé wọ́n ṣe ń gbà kan àwọn èèyàn lọ́tún tó ń pa àwọn èèyàn lọ́sì ṣé rọ́nà pamọ́ wọn ni wọ́n pọ́ǹtì gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ ó sọ pé ẹnìkan ó tún sọ ó ní nígbà tí yẹn wá bí léèrè pé kí ni àwọn policy ó ní yẹn nínú education policy èèyàn 1 million ló ti jàǹfààní olórí ẹbí you mention 1 million ẹni kó sọ the statistical breakdown àwọn student mélòó ló ti jàǹfààní ní each state ẹnìkan náà àwọn journalist tó wà nù audience yẹn olórí ẹbí ó sọ wípé the bureau BLS of Nigeria ó sọ pé over 120 million people don't live below poverty level àwọn tó wà ní audience nìyẹn wọ́n quote statistics fún Bawala tó jẹ́ spokesperson president he cannot quote one area of research as authority láti support gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ we are not fools kìdẹ̀ ń ṣe pé bóyá pé a fẹ́ rubbish anybody but bí ìlú yẹn ṣe máa dá ìgbésẹ̀ wo la fẹ́ kán gbé solution là ń wá and in order for us to get solution to a problem olórí ẹbí a ń láti wò ó pé kí ni problem ta ni báwo ni problem yẹn ṣe arise àwọn nǹkan wo la ti ṣe sẹ́yìn in the past tí ò work tí ò bring the solution tá a fẹ́ kí ni àwọn nǹkan tá a ń láti ṣe currently and in the future those are the things tí èmi expect pé ó yẹ kó jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀ trying to defend the undefendable is no kì í ṣe everybody ló sùn ló kọrí síbì kan náà tẹ́yìn ò bá kàwé ó ka ọgbọ́n orí ìyà ń jẹ àwọn èèyàn àgbẹ̀ ò lè lọ sóko àwọn èèyàn ò lè lọ farm nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n pa àwọn báńdì ṣe gbígbà ẹ̀ náà fi gbé ní Ìgbòho fi dìde márùn tó dìde láti Amẹ́ríkà tó lọ dá lé iṣẹ́ lẹ̀ tó ní àwọn èèyàn tó gbà síṣẹ́ wọ́n pa ni náà so many like that ẹ gbàgbé ẹ̀wọ̀n ọmọ Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ kan tó lọ tán pa sógbómọ̀ṣọ́ tán sin Amẹ́ríkà lọ gbé òkú ẹ̀ padà wálé wọ́n sin sọ́hùn wọ́n tún lọ ẹ̀sìn mẹ́ wọ́n padà sí Amẹ́ríkà padà ní. ìgbà tí ṣìbọ́ọ̀gì ṣẹlẹ̀ kì í ṣe rẹ̀jíìmù yìí nígbà yẹn kí náà ṣe sí and this is what we are saying and nǹkan tí ò yé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn ni pé ní àwọn ìlú tí nǹkan gbé ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀ẹ̀kan lè máa sọ pé yẹn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì before me àwọn náà wà responsible because tó bá dálẹ̀ tó bá tún ṣá this current government gbogbo àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ at one point in time wọ́n ti wà nínú àwọn past government rẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́jẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ ń sìn kí ni changes tẹ́ fẹ́ bring about ìyẹn lẹ fi sọ pé ẹ lè ṣe ju àwọn tó ti wà lẹ́yìn lọ ìyẹn lẹ fi come into the system now and nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí tó bá yẹ pé gbogbo insecurity tá a rí ó ń lọ sílẹ̀ kò tún máa increase ni people will not be raising eyebrow but ó tún peléke sí ni wọ́n ṣe ń pọba ló ń pa ìjòyè and kò sí ibi tó máa gbé gbà the current government òun ló máa face brunt because kò síbi ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ ń rúùlù lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. So what do you expect people to say? Àwọn èèyàn ò lè mú ọwọ́ lọ sẹ́nu. Àwọn èèyàn ò lè rán ọmọ wọn lọ sí school. A lot of families not lọ withdraw àwọn ọmọ wọn kúrò ní school. Àwọn tí wọn lè rówó san. Àwọn tó ń lọ gan olórí ẹbí ẹ wo gbogbo nǹkan tí VDM gbé jáde. Ẹ wo bí structure school Nigerian system ẹ wo bó ṣe rí. Tó wà dilapidated. Àwọn míì inú àwọn ọmọ ilé ẹlẹ́ náà sùn sí. Nígbà tí Buhari wà ń bẹ̀, ìjọ tí Buhari lọ sí Katsina State, ìjọ yẹn náà lọ kó almost 400 and something students. And àárín nǹkan kan ṣe sí. Ẹ wá sọ pé ẹ lọ gba àwọn ọmọ yìí, wọ́n release wọn. Pé wọ́n sọ pé ẹ lọ gbà wọ́n, ẹ san ransom, owó tó yẹ kẹ́ fi tún ìlú ṣe. Ẹ dẹ̀ ń gbà àwọn ọmọ yìí jáde, ẹ kó arrest gbogbo àwọn tó ń perpetrate evil in our society. So what does that mean? That means pé ẹ ní ọwọ́ nínú nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. That means that what we are hearing wípé wọ́n gbé àwọn èèyàn is propaganda. Tí ẹ bá sọ pé wọ́n gbé ọmọ méjì, ọmọ mẹ́ta, ọmọ mẹ́rin olórí ẹbí, tí ajá bá sọnù nílùú òyìnbó, káàtì lásán, ológbò lásán tó bá sọnù wọ́n á wárí. Wọ́n á wárí, ó ní identity. Ó dín èèyàn, àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀mí èèyàn ni wọ́n gbé. Tó bá sọ pé wọ́n release àwọn ọmọ yẹn olórí ẹbí ẹ sọ pé wọ́n san ransom. Àwọn ọmọ ló gba owó yìí, ta ni intermediary, níbo lẹ ti lọ bá wọn. Gbogbo ẹni Gúnmi sọ pé àfi tí ìjọba bá fẹ́ pa wọ́n, ó ní wọ́n mọ̀ wọ́n, ó ní ìjọba wa mọ orúkọ wọn, ó ní wọ́n mọ location wọn. Just yesterday. Owó tó yẹ kí a fi wúlò fún àwọn aráàlú, àwọn tí ebi ń pa, especially the vulnerables, the less privileged, ẹ lọ kó fún àwọn bandits. Ẹ wá kó fún àwọn bandits ẹ̀ fowó fún àárí ojú wọn, àárí kẹ́ arrest kankan nù wọn. Ẹ wá ní kó má peléke. This is injustice. Àdáríwó nǹkan tá à ń pa nìyẹn. Olórí ẹbí ẹ compare nǹkan tí àwọn bandits ń ṣe, wọ́n pa kúkúrú, wọ́n pa gúgùn, wọ́n pa 3 commanders. Nínú àwọn ológun wa tó wà ní ìdí ètò ààbò ìlú. Ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tí ò mọwọ́ tí ò mẹsẹ̀. Àràọ́lá ẹgbẹ́ láti ọdún 6 ẹ̀rí kèsì ẹ̀yanjú. Àwọn tó ń gbé ọmọ 100, tó ń gbé 50, tó ń gbé 200. Ẹ lọ san ransom fún wọn, ẹ dẹ̀ fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Ẹ tún ṣe tún gbé wọn padà wípé kó máa lọ wọṣọ military during the Buhari regime. So where are we going? Ṣé gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ ìṣẹ́rọ́ náà la fi pa ni? Téèyàn ò bá lójú, ṣé èèyàn ò rí iná ni? Àbí ṣé èèyàn ò gbọ́ràn ni? Wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe òun sọ policy. Yes, àwọn nǹkan míì wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ fi ìpòyà ó dáa. And gbogbo good steps or policy tí current government ní nǹkan ti bàjẹ́ ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ. There are way and manner that you should have addressed this issue than saying kó máa wọ́n bí ìṣèkọ́ tó ti sọ kó máa fi òpin àwọn èèyàn ò fọ́lù nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Tí ebi bá pa àwọn aráàlú yẹn omi pé wọn ò rí nànà. Àbá àwọn aráàlú ò gbọ́n àbí wọn mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, aráàlú mélòó ló ní access to good healthcare system ní Nàìjíríà? Tí nǹkan bá ṣe èèyàn ní Nàìjíríà, even ó ní máa nǹkan kí náà pé aka Taiwo ọ̀ṣọ́ ní bàbá yẹn UK lọ́dọ̀ yín bẹ̀yẹn olórí ẹbí ní bàbá yẹn ti relocate wá about 4 or 5 years. Tẹ bá kọ́kọ́ wo program bàbá yẹn ẹ máa kọ́kọ́ máa kú sẹ́rìn ni. Ọmọ Èkó ni bàbá yẹn. Bàbá yẹn ní gbogbo tóun fi gbogbo ọjọ́ ayé òun ṣe làwọn fi relocate padà lọ sí Nàìjíríà. Àwọn dẹ̀ sick. Wọ́n ní sickness táwọn sick àwọn lọ sí Gbàgádà hospital. Pé common cotton wool wọ́n ní káwọn lọ rà wá ni. Ní General Hospital Gbàgádà. That old man said tí ò bá sí ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ àbúrò àwọn tó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà ló ń fi owó ránṣẹ́ sáwọn ló gbé ẹ̀mí àwọn olórí ẹ̀. So what are we talking about? When we see something, we should be able to say it. This is not a matter of a personal hatred for anybody. No. But nǹkan tí gbogbo wọn agitate fún ni pé bí Nàìjíríà ṣe máa dáa. Tá bá rí nǹkan tí a bá lè sọ, báwo la ṣe wá fẹ́ sọ solution tí a bá sọ pé problem tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbogbo wa la lọ sí school tó bá fún wa question nígbà tá a wà ní school pé ẹ ṣe research ẹ ṣe pé kí náà ṣe porúkọ ẹ problem tó fún wa yẹn wàá kọ́kọ́ lọ research pa problem yẹn kí ló fa problem yẹn kí làwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tó ti ṣe àwọn tó ti kọ́kọ́ notice the problem yẹn kí ló dé tí àwọn solution tó profile gbà yẹn kí ló dé tí ò fi work kí ni nǹkan tá a lè ṣe tí solution yẹn tí solution máa fi wà ẹ wá fò pé everybody is a fool nǹkan tó yẹ kó máa jáde lẹ́nu this guy ni pé nǹkan ti bàjẹ́ ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ àti túnṣe will not be in a day and àwọn gbé ìgbésẹ̀ akọ̀lẹ̀máì tí ì rí ni but àwọn little ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ̀ ń gbé gan you need to give us number you need to give us statistics pé okay àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ̀ gbé ní dáadáa àwọn èèyàn báyìí ló ti affect let's know the number you cannot just be talking kẹ́mà fún wa ní blanket information people are not fools à ń fẹ́ dáadáa because orísun wa ní nàìjíríà tó bá dáa fún nàìjíríà even àwa tá wà ń dálẹ̀ ó jọ dáa fún wa ni because táwa bá tiẹ̀ sọ pé a sí nàìjíríà àwọn fámìlì wa àwọn tá a mọ̀ àwọn tá a mọ̀ kọ́ torí pé mi mú rí ọwọ́ mú lọ sẹ́nu does that mean pé àwọn tó wà lékebí pa wọ́n láwọn tí yà ń jẹ tí nǹkan bá ṣe àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé the first thing health tó wà very important tẹ́ bá dé hospital ní general hospital ẹ máa lọ mú nọ́mbà ni tẹ́ bá débẹ̀ nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe fún yín wọ́n á ní wọn ò lè ṣe láti general hospital náà máa tún sọ pé kẹ́ tún lọ sí private hospital because what ìgbà tó take care gbogbo àwọn doctors tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìjọba gbogbo àwọn nurses tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìjọba and all of these people tó ti travel tó yẹ pé àwọn tó ní orí ọ̀fẹ́ àbáwọn tó wà ń dálẹ̀ àwọn náà ní private hospital and tí nǹkan bá dẹ̀ wá dójú ẹ̀ tí àìsàn bá dójú ẹ̀ general hospital àwọn public hospital government institution àwọn náà ní the wherewithal ibẹ̀ náà lẹ́tún máa tún padà gbé àwọn yìí lọ àwọn pípù yá dẹ̀ ti san ribiribi owó olórí ẹbí kọ́nà foríjì ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan I think it's going to about 2 or 3 years now that she passed when she was alive she told me pé ńgbà tóun sick olórí ẹbí pé ordinary pé kéèyàn ṣe test wọ́n á send ẹ̀ lọ sí India pé kí nǹkan ṣèyàn wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe test ẹ̀ lè send ẹ̀ lọ sí India ẹ̀ send ẹ̀ lọ sí South Africa kì í ṣe pé Ọlọ́run bless wa àwọn èèyàn máa wà lórí wọ́n máa wà ní point of death kò tí ì pé 2 or 3 months àbúrò mi kan wọ́n ṣù ẹ̀ lórí Arise TV olórí ẹbí ọmọ yẹn nìkan olórí ẹbí òun náà sọ pé ó wà ní general hospital for 24 hours kò sí doctor ní general hospital níbi tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ kò sí ń bẹ̀ òun nìkan ló fèsì gbogbo iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ń jọ yẹn ó wá di pé òun gangan wá break down where are we going and we have the funds ẹ máa gbọ́ tó bá di pé wọ́n ṣe budget ẹ máa gbọ́ trillion pé trillion ní budget tó ṣe ẹ máa gbọ́ pé wọ́n fún wọn ní allocation kí ni wọ́n fi gbogbo allocation kí náà fi ṣe òun ni mo fi sọ pé from the local government level èèyàn mélòó ní àdúgbò tá à ń gbé ló mọ orúkọ local government chairman wọn èèyàn mélòó ló máa jáde ló máa sọ pé local government chairman wa òun lè lè ìgbésẹ̀ tó ń gbé tó ṣe ni ká tó wá sọ àwọn state representative àbáwọn federal ìgbésẹ̀ mélòó á ọ̀fun nọ́mbà wa nípàdé nàìjíríà kì í ṣe country tó lè fọwọ́ rọ́ dànù but ṣé ibi tó yẹ ká wà láwà ṣé ìgbésẹ̀ tó yẹ káwọn ìjọba wa gbé náà gbé tá bá pe àkíyèsí ìjọba á bá wọn jà tá bá dẹ̀ ń fi ìtara sọ̀rọ̀ ìtara pé kí nàìjíríà lè dáa ni we are not fighting with anybody àwọn òlú tá a wà kí ló dé tá a fi wà ń bẹ̀ kí ló mú wa dúró ní irú ìlú àwọn òlú táwa wà yẹn nítorí pé àwọn nǹkan táwọn ìjọba fi sílẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe létòlétò wọn ò sọ pé nítorí pé ẹnìkan lówó ló gbúdọ̀ ní access sí hospital wọn ò sọ pé nítorí pé ẹnìkan tòṣì despite the fact that pé olúkálùkù ní láti ní health insurance àwọn tí wọn ò ní agbára láti ní health insurance nílùú táwa wà ìjọba ò ti torí ẹ̀ tó bá sọ pé wọ́n sick kó má dá wọn lóhùn wọ́n á treat wọn. Kí ló wá ṣe ìlú tó ti bí àwa àǹfààní òun náà fi sílẹ̀ tá a fẹ́ jẹ́ ń bẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan táwọn past government even all this colonial tá a sọ pé wọ́n colonize wa some of the things òun la ṣe ń dé bá lè ní tó bá ní wọ́n award contract wọ́n gbéṣẹ́ fún wọn how many times wọ́n get job satisfaction pé award contract o fáwọn vendors àwọn contractors tó bá ní kán ṣiṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé tẹ bá award fáwọn contractor ńgbà míì wọ́n á ní mobilization tẹ fáwọn wọ́n ti fi maybe 3/4 wọ́n ti fi ṣe wọ́n ti sọ fún rìbá. Where are we going? And what are the actions taken? What are the consequences taken for all this action? Àwọn ọmọ ò lè lọ sí school orí ilẹ̀ẹ́lẹ̀ a lot of them orí yanrìn náà jókòó sí. Inú roof kò ṣe rí òjò ń pa àwọn ọmọ yẹn mọ́bẹ̀ ni. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé gbogbo Nàìjíríà bí Nàìjíríà ṣe tó come break down the population of Nigeria according to the age group àwọn ọmọ wa àwọn youth ṣé gbogbo àwọn family gbogbo òbí ló ní agbára láti rán ọmọ lọ sí private school ṣé gbogbo òbí ló ní agbára láti sọ pé tọ́mọ bá dé láti school káwọn tó get extra teacher fún wọn ni ṣé àwọn tí wọn wà ní agbára láti rán ọmọ lọ sí private institution ṣé wọn ṣe lọ́run ṣé inú ìlú kan náà kọ́ la wà. These are what we are saying. And our government should rise up. Ó ṣe jẹ́ pé tí nǹkan bá ti bàjẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà, à ń sọ pé à ń wá àtúnṣe là ń wá, but ever rí àtúnṣe yẹn. Èèyàn sick àbí nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí títì, accident ṣẹlẹ̀ wọn ò rí ambulance láti wá gbé. Tó bá develop Lagos state, tí other state ò bá develop state tiwọn. It's as good as there is no development because àwọn ibi tó dá yẹn àwọn ibi tí ò dá ó pọ̀ ju ibi tó dá lọ àwọn ibi tí ò dá yẹn wọ́n máa sáwá bá àwọn ibi tó dá ni at the end of the day ibi tó dá yẹn náà ó máa padà sí square one ni. So what are we talking about? À ń sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kí àwọn ìjọba wa kàn fetí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kan gbọ́ wa not because we hate anybody but we are fighting for a good policy, a good governance. And leadership is by example. Gbogbo owó táwọn àwọn tó ń sọ fún àwọn politicians tó ń gbà. Ó tó láti fi run a local government mi or a small village mi in Nigeria. And yet we are not seeing the impact. They expect pé káwọn èèyàn dákẹ́. Gbogbo àwọn farmers wọ́n ò lè jáde lọ. Àwọn field tó ń jáde láti lọ farm wọ́n short time láti jáde ni. And it's having a ripple effect lórí ọjà lórí commodities. Ọjà tó dẹ̀ ń ta ìlà àwọn náà máa fi bọ́ family wọn. Ṣé farmer tó lọ gbin ata ṣáta nìkan ló máa jẹ ni ṣe bọ́ọ̀ náà máa lọ fowó rà rẹ̀ sí ó máa rẹwà. Àbí farmer tó ń gbin ẹ̀wà tó ń gbin ráìsì ṣé ráìsì àtẹ̀wà nìkan ló máa jẹ ṣé kò ní fata sí kò ní fòróró sí. So that is what we are saying. Nǹkan tẹ́nìkan bá ṣe it has a ripple effect on other people. So ìjọ wo la fẹ́ sinmi ogun. Wọ́n pààyàn lógún wọ́n ní kán wá ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ẹni wọ́n fẹ́ wá gba resources wa ṣọ́dẹ̀ ti gbà ń sìn. Ẹni wọ́n fẹ́ kó nǹkan àlùmọ́nì mi wá lọ láti gbà yẹn láti last year tó ti sọ tó bá yẹ pé a cooperate fully pẹ̀lú wọn ni tá a máa fi irọ́ bo irọ́ ṣá máa wà níbi táwa yìí. But ẹ lè sọ pé káràlú máa sọ̀rọ̀ ńgbà tán bá rí improvement. And that is why àwọn tó bá wà bẹ́ẹ̀ kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe fún wa ọdún mẹ́rin iná lẹ́fẹ́ fi mójútó face it squarely. Tá a bá ní uninterrupted power supply kò sí nǹkan tí ò so mọ́ lórí ẹbí. Insecurity tá à ń sọ yìí á dínkù. Gbogbo àwọn countries nínú interview tí Aljazeera ṣe yìí nínú àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn agents wọ́n bí wọ́n léèrè pé a ní àìní diplomatic presence mission and lára àwọn countries ó pẹ̀lú àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n kógun wá bá Nàìjíríà tó wọ́n ṣe iṣẹ́ bandits tó ń ṣe terrorism in Nigeria, and there was no answer to that. So what are we talking about? Tó bá ṣe dáadáa ìgbà tí àsìkò àwọn bàbá Jákàndé bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ tó ṣe dáadáa up till today a ṣe reference wọn now. We are still referencing them. So kí ni wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe differently? That is what we are asking. Wọn ò lè wá máa fi rọ́bọ̀rọ̀ fún wa kí wọ́n expect pé àwọn tó mọ̀ ẹ́ pé àwọn nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí kò lè corroborate ẹ̀ kí wọ́n á fún ìpè kára àlùdákẹ́. We will not be quiet. We are not fighting. We are advocating, we are agitating for a better Nigeria. Do what is right. Fight for the common good, for the common masses. Use your conscience. Ẹ jẹ́ kí conscience yín, ẹ jẹ́ kó judge yín right. Tó bá dá lẹ́ni is a collective responsibility. Yes, kì í ṣe gbogbo ìjọba lè ṣe. Àwọn aráàlú a ní part wa ta lè play. But tí ìjọba tí wọn ò bá fi ẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀, àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ all of these structures don't put in place tí ò bá fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ tí ò dẹ̀ sí rule of law tó máa fi back ẹ̀ pé àwọn nǹkan báyìí ni tá ẹ̀ bá ṣe bó ṣe yẹ kẹ́ ṣe nǹkan báyìí ni ìjìyà bẹ̀ nǹkan báyìí ni consequence bẹ̀. Gbogbo àní kì í ṣe pé à ń ṣépè àti move forward ó máa nira. But when you see something that is bad, rise up, let's fight together. But kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ máa fi rọ́bùrọ́ ẹ wá expect pé kára mi kò dákẹ́. We can't be quiet. Ìgbà tójú ìtì ìlà òun ni everybody olúkálùkù ti mọ bó ṣe ń lọ. With the help of social media, with the help of technology. Ṣé láyé how many years back la lè bára wa sọ̀rọ̀? But at least we see that one of the dividends that lára àwọn ìjọba kan àrí fóònù. Okay, ẹ̀yin subsequent ìjọba tó kù náà ẹ máa ṣe lé lórí. Kì í ṣe fóònù nìkan la fẹ́ jẹ. Okay, a ti ṣe fóònù yẹn sìn, à ń sọ̀rọ̀, à ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Kí ni ìgbésẹ̀ tó ń gbé? That's what we are saying. Àwọn nǹkan tó ti bàjẹ́ kì í ṣe kó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bàjẹ́, ó ti bàjẹ́ ti pẹ́. But báwo la ṣe fẹ́ kọ́ọ̀bù pé tí nǹkan bá bàjẹ́, àtúnṣe ibẹ̀ ni ká máa wá. Kẹ̀dẹ̀ máa fún wa ní report táwọn èèyàn bá dẹ̀ ń sọ pé bí ló kù sí. Don't let us fight each other. Bí ìlọsíwájú ṣe bó ṣe lè dẹ́bọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè nìyẹn. Kì í ṣe pé kẹ́ máa try láti silence àwọn èèyàn. When people see the truth, they cannot say it because they are afraid of retribution. Ṣé àwọn tí wọn ò lápá tí wọn ò lẹ́sẹ̀ ṣáfẹ́ kí ìyà máa jẹ wọ́n lọ ni? Àwọn tó wà vulnerable níbi tá à ń wà, the disabled, wọ́n ní olórí ẹbí kò tẹ́ bá ẹ fẹ́ travel mi o either by road by land by sea. Wọ́n á kọ́kọ́ béèrè àwọn veterans, àwọn tó wà ní iwájú ogun tó ti ṣiṣẹ́ sin ìlú, àwọn abarapá, the disabled, àwọn tí wọn ò lè dájà fúnra wọn, àwọn lè máa rí tó máa kọ́kọ́ máa fún ní orí ọ̀fẹ́ not because they want to be partial but wọ́n believe pé these people they are helpless. Tó bá wà lórí ẹkùn wọn àwọn náà fẹ́ ṣe and despite that ẹ wá wo a lot of àwọn tó yẹ pé they are disabled. Ìyẹn ò sọ pé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ nu wọn kò sáàyè fún láti má ṣiṣẹ́. Ṣàníru orí ọ̀fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn arúgbó wa tó wà ní Nàìjíríà ìbò mélòó náà fẹ́ lọ tó bá need help. Àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké tí nǹkan bá ń ṣe wọn àwọn òbí wọn ìbò náà ti fẹ́ lọ receive help. Àwọn tó ti dàgbà àwọn arúgbó tó need help ìbò náà ti fẹ́ lọ receive help. What are the structures that our government put in place? This is what we are saying. We are not fighting. We are just being passionate about what is going on in Nigeria. We see all over the world come pé Nigeria is a blessed nation. But pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan àlùmọ́nì, nǹkan dáadáa tọ́lọ̀ ń dá sínú yẹn àti àwọn èèyàn kí la fi dà. À ń fẹ́ kí ìtẹ̀síwájú ìyípadà rere kó gbé bá ìlú yẹn. That's what we are advocating for. And we want a change. Àwa tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lára ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ is part of the change that we want in Nigeria. Àwọn ẹ̀yin náà ẹ jókòó sàn ẹ ṣe wá sí níbà. There are a lot of things people in diaspora they are doing to make Nigeria work. Because síbi tó dàbí ilé àjò láwa yìí. There is no place like home. It's our home. Nigeria is our home, is our heritage. So Nigerian government, ẹ dìde, have a selfless mind. Work for the sake of humanity. Like one of the organizations tell me belongs to Lati kékeré, JC's International. Service to humanity is the best work of life. Wàá pàtì ẹ mọ́ra, wàá fi tiẹ̀ pamọ́, wàá tún lọ bá àwọn tó jẹ́ pé tí ó tún pọ̀ ju tiẹ̀ lọ. Nítorí pé Ọlọ́run fún wọn lórí ọ̀fẹ́, ó ní orí ọ̀fẹ́ ju àwọn kan lọ. We go to lepers colony. We train, we do so many things. Even as a teenager, as a youth, as a college student. Nínú Nàìjíríà yẹn náà ni. Ká tó débi tá a wà, adẹ̀tún débi tá a wà yìí náà, àtúntẹ̀síwájú. Just to make sure that ìyípadà rere dé bá Nàìjíríà. That's what we are saying. We need a change. And Ọlọ́run fún wa ní gbọ́n, ó fún wa lọ́gbọ́n, ó fún wa nímọ̀. But ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ìmọ̀ tara ẹni nìkan, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi sílẹ̀. Tí o bá ní tó bá rẹni tí ò ní, kí ló ṣe fẹ́ ran onítọ̀hún lọ́wọ́? Ó lè má jẹ́ nípa owó, ó lè jẹ́ nípa mímọ̀, ó lè jẹ́ nípa information. How are we going to help each other? How are we going to lift up the vulnerables up? That's what they call selfless service. Ìgbà COVID olórí ẹbí, àwọn kan nínú Amẹ́ríkà, obìnrin yẹn ó fún ọmọ lọ́yàn. Ọmọ tiẹ̀ kéré, ó dẹ̀ kúrò ní Amẹ́ríkà, ó lọ sáwọn ìlú tó jẹ́ pé COVID yẹn. Ó dẹ̀ lọ breastfeed níbẹ̀. Ó fi breast milk tiẹ̀, ó ṣe é sínú bottle, ó freeze ẹ̀ up. Ó dẹ̀ fi ọmọ tiẹ̀ sílẹ̀ bí báyìí. Ó tún lọ rán àwọn kan lọ́wọ́ because òun believe pé òun sì gbé orí ọ̀fẹ́ ju àwọn yẹn lọ. Ìjọ wo làwọn fẹ́ ṣe irú ẹ̀? That's what we are saying. I rest my case. Ẹ máa bí tó lọ sir. Thank you sir.
Ẹ ṣé gan-an.
Yes, sir. Èmi kàn ti fẹ́ sọ once more pé even in that interview with Daddy Freeze, Daddy Freeze asked him pé what would you have liked to talk about that you were unable to talk about during that interview? This man couldn't say anything. He had nothing to say. That tells you so much. Somebody gave you an opportunity that, okay, you said you were maybe Kiliman be right. Maybe someone didn't give you the opportunity, but now you have the opportunity. Oh yeah, tell us what are these things that you actually had in mind or you wanted to say that you couldn't. This guy couldn't say shit. He couldn't say nothing. That tells you a lot. I mean, I just want to quickly add that. And we have said a lot about this, and we'll just let the sleeping dog lie. And we can move forward. I don't know, but if I continue learning about land, there's this issue with Shanko Rashid. There's a video of an interview. This Biola Talk to B had an interview with I mean, they were not legally married. We are wife, but they were living together, and she had like 3 children for him. So there's a lot of issue. But Biola did an interview for her, so maybe we want to look at that. Well, I don't know if we are done today. Maybe tomorrow. That's what I have to say again. Thank you, Lati.
All right.
Want to talk about that Shanko Rashidi? I have the video whenever you want to talk about it.
You don't know Shanko?
Yeah, the wife who treat them seriously. Wasn't taking care of them, wasn't responsible, it was zero responsibility.
Ọmọ mi mà ní Shanko Rashidi kò máa gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Okay, let me forward that interview to you real quick.
Ẹ jẹ́ n wò. Rashidi. ló fa Rashidi? Ṣáńkó kí ló fún ẹsùn ẹdẹ gbogbo ilé?
Sí bóbìnrin ṣe lè sọ àbí tó bá tẹ̀ máa kíìsì ọkùnrin bóyá infidelity àbí kò jẹ́ kínní kan kò ní máa sọ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn pé kò fáwọn lówó oúnjẹ owó lé gan òun lòun lọ ń yá àwọn owó so many times that lady had to go and step in for them. It was really easy, really bad. And the woman, she now lost her first son. Ọmọ tó tẹ́. Tí bọ̀bọ̀ yóò bá dá sí tí ò yọjú sí hospital according to her bọ́ yóò yọjú sí hospital gbogbo àtọmọ yẹn fi sick. Nǹkan tó wá bẹ nípa ń bẹ wọ́n ṣe kínní ni wọ́n tún máa ṣe. You need to listen to that. I've sent the interview to you. It's really sad.
Orí YouTube ló wà. YouTube ò ní jẹ́ kí n play.
Oh really?
Ní ìmọ̀ nǹkan tí mo ṣe fún YouTube.
Mi ò dẹ̀ sí lè mi tẹ̀ ní sẹ́mi ní tó fọ́n. Mi ò tẹ̀ sí lè máa ní kí n máa play fún.
Mo fẹ́ try kan sí. Máa play lórí rẹ̀.
Bluetooth cancelled. Bluetooth connected. A very beautiful day to you out there. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. I just want you to know that regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what the situation looks like now,
talk to me. Yeah.
I wanted to know that all will be well. I am Abiola Adebayo. You can call me Dr. B. And it's Talk to B, baby. Gay. Yes, it's your favorite show. And it's another time to learn and to also unlearn. There is this trending issue online in the past few days. And it's really worrisome. Please note that this is not to tarnish anyone's image. This is just to give someone, another person, a platform to speak out so that the society at large, not only me, but all of us can help get a solution to whatever is going on. We're not judging anybody, and we're not saying that it is 100% that
077-278-40. Visit us on our website at www.newgenesisroyalapartment.
It should be fully subtitled, okay? How are you doing, ma?
I'm fine, ma.
Shalafialewa. Ekbele, ekabo, shidadani. Ekungbe.
Yes, ma.
Ilé plate ní ìtọ́ lónìí o. Mi lè jókòó plate.
Àti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹ ti ń ké. Ẹ má ké. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa ní àtúnṣe.
Oúnjẹ náà power tap mọ́ ìwọ̀n power tap mọ́ everybody ṣe lọ.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti orúkọ yín.
Pé a lè ṣe lè lọ́la.
Iṣẹ́ wo lẹ ń ṣe?
A lè ṣe lọ́la. Yes, a lè ṣe lọ́la, sure.
Ẹ jẹ́ máa lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ á ṣe lọ́la. Mọ̀mí bó ṣe rí ẹ ṣé gan-an. Ẹ ṣé gan-an, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o. Ẹ ṣé kú gbogbo ìgbà o.
Thank you, sir. Ẹ ṣé àdúgbò, sir.
Gbogbo ní ti àwọn ọmọ tí náà wọ́n ara láàánú.
Àmín, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate yín gan.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Ọ̀sẹ̀ má gbàgbé lọ́jọ́ Friday. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ sí conference, ẹ contact Lagata àbí kẹ́ contact ọmọ àbí kẹ́ contact onílé àbí kẹ́ contact mi gangan fúnra mi máa put in through. So bí yẹn ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn o. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa lọ. Àwọn èèyàn wa bóyá wọ́n lọ bì kan lónìí ni bóyá àwẹ̀ ni o.
ṣe àìsí kọ́kọ́rọ́ kú òkè sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. Abẹ́jáde olùgbàlà kì í ṣorin àdìgúnlẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan sí Reserves and Properties. Reserves, Homes and Properties. Ìròyìn ayọ̀ kan rèé fún gbogbo ẹni tó ń gbèrò láti ralẹ̀ tó ń sunkún ilé kíkọ́. Ilé àtàwọn ojúlówó dúkìá sáàyè tó fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀ láláìsí kọ́nukọ́. Iléeṣẹ́ Reserves, Homes and Properties lọ́lọ́run lò láti sọ àwọn èèyàn di láńlọ́ọ̀dù ara wọn. Àwọn ilẹ̀ wọn wà káàkiri. Wọ́n nílẹ̀ ní Kòròdú, Kétu Ẹ̀pẹ́, Lẹ́kí, Àjà, Ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn àti níbikíbi lágbàáyé. Kò sí wàhálà wọn nílẹ̀ lórí ilẹ̀ tẹ́ bá rà lọ́wọ́ Reserves, Homes and Properties nítorí gbogbo documentations ni wọ́n á fi lé yín lọ́wọ́ ní kété tẹ́ bá ti ralẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wọn. Àyè sì tún wà fún san díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ní báyìí a ti ṣèfilọ́lẹ̀ City Rise Estate Magboro àti Brookland Estate ní Mọ́níyà Ìbàdàn. Ẹ ṣe má jẹ́ ó pẹ́ kẹ́ tó wá nawọ́ mú ti yín nínú àwọn ilẹ̀ yìí kí ẹ lè jàǹfààní ẹ̀dínwó lórí plot tàbí éka tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ pè Mrs. Rẹ̀mílẹ́kún sórí 08155513045. Mr. K sórí 08030749419 tàbí Mr. Tunde sórí 08037699996. Wẹ́bsáìtì wọn ni www.reverbshomes.com. Email office@reverbshomes.com. Ẹ tún lè kàn sí wọn lórí Facebook. Ẹ sáàṣì fún Reverbs Homes and Properties. Reverbs Homes Official ló jẹ́ lórí Instagram àti TikTok. Reverbs Homes and Properties. Àwọn ni abánimú àlárere ẹni wá sí ìmúṣẹ.
October?
Yep, it was for that reason.
It's in October, so why are you going to May this year?
The day is too early. Trust me, this game you have to plan properly. May, April, May. We got only 2 months. April, May.
But you can do two editions. So first,
I can do two editions in May. I say you can do upcoming legends in May. Then I'll do the legends in October.
I can do 2 editions. But this one might be the smaller edition because this one is 30 lions. So it's.
You can even make it 25 lions. In October, you do 50 lions.
15 in October.
You guys, trust me, you guys are saying so much. My knee, legit, you're wasting your time. My knees are on the floor. May it will not happen for you. Just agree to my spiritual capacity.
Servant, what about if I tell you that Bugs battle will happen in May? If it happens in May, you can drop the 5 lions then.
I will never drop the 5 lions. You know where I'm going? It's happening. I'll run to my father. I'll run to my father and I'll say, I have committed sin there. Go pay the fine.
I'll run away from you. Okay, guys, bye. Let me go and prep for other things. I don't know.
Check your message.
Okay, no, sure. I'll get back to you to talk.
What is this message about? This message very serious, huh?
No. It's I'll check. Definitely, I'll check.
You better drink water before you check. It's very serious case.
No. All right, guys. Thank you, everyone. It's been fun here this morning.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother.
Right, thank you.
Bye.
Glow edit. Hey, Lati, my sister. You feeling better?
Yes. Yeah. A little bit more better. I think it's working.
Lati, you feeling better?
Yes, I am. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, your voice still sounds tired. Well,
just waking up.
Take care of yourself, okay?
I'm not just waking up. It's time for you.
All right. Take care of yourself. Everybody, I love you all. I gotta go.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
All right.
I appreciate
Blue
it.
Edith, God bless you. Thank you very much. Sovereign, God bless you. Everybody, Bright, Mutun.
Bless you, Pastor. But my birthday was still not blessed because you didn't turn up.
I didn't get an invitation for your birthday. You only invite all your best friends.
Did you hear what TikTok Pastor said? He did not
want to invite me.
He invited you?
No,
were you not here? I invited you on the Glove. Please speak on my behalf.
She came to meet you here that day and said that will you come for her birthday?
She didn't. Well, you know how many people ask me, Glow? I get 10 to 20 invitations on a weekly basis. The only way I'm going to remember is you send me a message, I go register, and then I put it on my calendar. or my Victory Village manager calendar, and she will make sure I'm there. Remember, I run 3 businesses and I'm pastoring the local church.
I couldn't
do my life.
I couldn't do registration. Remember, I told you, I said I have a conference. I'm the only girl who hosts conference on TikTok. So
next time,
I told you I couldn't do registration. I explained I couldn't do registration because my conference with White Money was on my registration, so I could not add any more registration. And my birthday wasn't a box game; it was just a celebration. I just wanted the grace. I just wanted the grace of God.
Celebrations. Next time, I tell people all the time, even in my real life, I tell the church, don't be telling me nothing. I'm dealing with 300, 500 of you all. Talk to my secretary. They'll know how to say, okay, Pastor, you get an appointment on this day. You had an appointment on this day. I tell the same thing to my computer company. Don't take appointments for me. Don't call me to book appointment. Book it with my office. So, and Gwen is my Victory Village band manager. She keeps my schedule. She let me know when a match is going on that I signed for. Sometimes I register, I don't even remember. Understand, I am a businessman. I'm also a local pastor. My schedule is full. Even my children, my grown children that are not living with me, they make sure to schedule to talk to me. Because my schedule is packed. So, I tell people all the time, it's not personal. It's just that I tell the church the same thing. I'm one person calling 300 of you all. Now you don't hear from me in 2 weeks. Oh, Pastor, you did call me. Well, why didn't you call me? Or call the secretary to reach me? So I'm a businessman. TikTok is not my life. I'm here because I want to be here to make impact. So that's why I have a Victory Village manager, my daughter, and my other daughter, Latasha Samuel. She's my agent. She will call me and let me know, Tito Pastor, you need to be here. You need to be here. Gwen does it all the time. Hey, you got a birthday over here. Because I already have 3 calendars that I deal with. My church calendar, my calendar for my church in South Africa, and my 2 business calendars. So TikTok is in the bottom of my priorities. So I'm sorry about the misunderstanding. And then I'm old too. I can't remember all
I
this.
I think I like the last one.
It's okay. It's okay.
The last one. I think I like
It's okay. It's okay, TikTok pastor. I have to forgive you now so I can enter heaven too.
You enter heaven because you're already a child of the Lord.
Yeah, no, I understand. Trust me, if God wanted you to be there, you would have been there.
Right.
So I understand how to praise God.
All things work together for good to them that love the Lord, who are called according to his purpose. So I apologize to you I make it up to you whenever I come to your life.
No problem at all. I'm still alive. You're still alive. You come anytime.
All right.
Thank God for that.
What are you doing in D-League?
I'm not a streamer. Like I said, I'm just a conference holder. I hold conferences every 6 weeks.
Don't you think? Well, we'll talk offline.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole league thing causes people to be begging on this street to take. I don't like it.
No, you ain't got to beg. Listen.
I can't be bothered.
I did not know about league. I did not know about shields. I did not know about fragment. I was already in the B league before I found out what the league was.
Well, you might want to educate me, but this whole league thing, to be honest, I used to blow on TT, so both of my accounts, and I got tired of blowing, and I'm like, this league thing, I don't even understand it, forget it.
Stop. I feel like I told you, I was already B3 or B2 before somebody told me there's a league on TikTok. Because I didn't know there was a reset time I didn't even know about gift galleries. I was reading the bill before I knew what a gift gallery was. All I did was came live every day at the same time. I'm a businessman. You open for business, you let people know when you open your shop. Can you imagine me being a local pastor and don't put a sign on my door when the service starts? I just start whenever I feel like it. That's not the way business works in the real world. So when I came on TikTok, I decided, you know what? I'm going to come live at this time every day, 7 days a week. And then on Sunday morning, I'm going to go live in my church. And that's what I did. And the growth, the following happened organically. Organically. It was after I got to B3 that Ali J. Rose taught me that, hey, Tito Pastor, how did you get here? How did you get 20,000 followers? I said, I don't know. I just come live every day and preach and teach and laugh and dance and empower people and encourage them and pray for them. That's it. But now that I knew about the league, it messed me up. I wish I never found out what the league or a reset time is. I didn't know TikTok has a reset time.
In that case, don't teach me then if you're regretting it.
But once I know now, the business is pretty different. Now you got a different idea to run TikTok as another business.
Easy, we are hearing cookies.
Running as a business, you make sure you run your financial reports every day and move accordingly. And that's what I'm doing right now. People say, oh, you don't come support me. Well, when I ran my financial report, you were none in my number 1 to 10. And I run it daily. I already ran it this morning. I know the three people I'm going to support today. I already know their names. Then my backup 3 or 4 people, I already know who they are. And then what I do is I go around looking for them when they're alive. Because I came to 2026, I'm not a gifter anymore. I'm an investor. I invest in people's lives intentionally, not emotionally. I'm taking emotion out of gifting now. Last year it was all emotional. I get mad, I draw 5 lions. I get mad, I draw 2 lions. No. We ain't doing that no more. It's going to be an intentional investment in somebody's life. That's it. And like I said, I run reports. Somebody said, well, I supported you. I said, well, yes, you did. You supported me with 203 coins. But you know I don't give 203 coins. You know you're going to get a lion. You're going to get 2 lions. That's why you come to support me with 200 coins. It's not about coinship. It's about friendship. I'm friends with Glow Edit. I'm friends with many of you. Many of you on this screen right now, I'm friends with you. But I run report. You cannot support everybody. My mother told me, 1 wealthy person, 9 broke people, you're going to end up with 10 broke folks. So you've got, hey, I run businesses. When I run my financial report last year on TikTok, I lost money. Lost over 80,000 American dollars. That's bad business. So I look at it as, okay, Tito Paso, that was a business at a cost. So 2026, move different. And that's what I'm doing. I move different. Intentional. I run my last live report. I run my 7-day report. I run my 28-day report. And I make my list every morning. And that's how I move down. Intentionally. Supporting who I'm going to support without looking for nothing back. Because the report tells me they are worthy of my investment in what they are doing. All right, Blue Edit, I love you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Get ready I got to take care of a couple of computer businesses, and then I probably come live in 2 hours.
All right, this thing sitting on the screen is saying, Daddy, give us 3-3. Thank you so much, sir.
Give us what?
That thing in front of you, that send gift live, be a contributor. He said, Daddy, give.
I already contributed.
He said she give us 3 more. Thank you, sir. Where is your phone?
Oh, let's pay for forensics. Báwo ni ìyá ìyá ń ṣe máa ṣáájú àbọ̀